I have a reasonable side of me and an angry side of me. The angry side of me said, do something about it.
There are two wolves inside of me. One of them is filled with rage and vengeance, and desires to seek to destroy all who burned and harmed me. The other is peaceful, quiet, autistic, and hungry for pedophiles. Okay, wow. Alright, this is making me so uncomfortable, you guys.
I've said in a handful of videos that I know one day I'm going to get canceled. I said it comes to all of us.
You say it.
Let him,
but you don't believe
just say it.
No, I do.
You don't mean what you say.
This would happen one day.
Then why'd you do it?
Jar.
What?
You were my brother, Jar! You were my brother, and I loved you! This is taking me out. How are we only halfway done with this? Oh, Jesus!
Did you do something?
Okay, so I have this call, so I'm gonna TLDR. You guys correct me if I'm wrong here, because this is what I know to be true. Okay, because all of you little bitches have not sent me the logs. Okay, so to my understanding, JustARobot is like a commentary YouTuber. JustARobot. So JustARobot is like a commentary YouTuber. Oh god, it's never good when I look up someone's channel and it's all hit pieces before I get to their actual channel. So kind of commentary, he does like kind of the shit like with the art commentary community. Like Hopeless Peaches, and Illuminati, like that shit, right? So like art commentary and then like video game shit. He's got like 200k on YouTube. So decent sized YouTube channel, okay? So to my understanding, JustARobot has been in controversy before for defending people who don't necessarily need to be defended. The most notable one I'm going to assume is going to be Hopeless Peaches because piece of shit. Okay. Anyway, my understanding is that there was a content creator named CineBear, and CineBear got in trouble for grooming, right? So to my understanding, CineBear was sending like drawn, risque images to somebody who was 14 and then like asking weird questions about it. So to my understanding, CineBear would like send these images and be like, what did you think of this? Like read this like slutty little text thing back to me and tell me what you think. Like for all intents and purposes, what I would consider to be, which is like normalizing sexual material to somebody who's underage in an effort to get them to engage positively with you, right? So, Sai says apparently Cine made a 14-year-old read a dialogue in a rape comic. So yeah, so CineBear is also like a content creator, art commentary connoisseur, you know, those weird people that draw like rape porn and shit like that. I don't know what the appeal to any of that shit is. I really don't get it, but either way, that is my understanding, is that CineBear was doing that. And again, I think that I would comfortably describe that as grooming, like normalizing sexual interactions with a minor in order to get them to engage with you sexually, right? Like that's definitionally what grooming is, right? Like, yeah. So, where the fuck did my music go? Hello? Oh, it's right there. Ha ha ha, just kidding. So, anyway, yeah, so fanfic or whatever, and then CineBear was sending this to minors and all this other shit. And then so JustARobot made a video that has now been taken down, like defending CineBear, basically saying like it wasn't that big of a deal, like colloquially you would never refer to this as grooming, like it was really inappropriate and gross and disgusting, but certainly not grooming. It can never be grooming because that's far too strong of a term. I listened to a little bit of the conversation that JustARobot had with Chud Logic, where it was like a lot of semantic, kind of like, oh, well, it's technically not grooming, when I would consider this to be like a pretty textbook example of grooming, even if you like, some people like don't want to use that word, but that I think that accurately describes what CineBear was doing. So JustARobot made his little defense video about CineBear, and it ended up leaking that JustARobot was like questing after CineBear, and that's why he essentially made that video, and that's why he was in her DMs and was sending her weird shit like, hey sweetheart, hey baby, hey sunshine, hey queen, like weird shit like that. They were doing like phone calls. Like, I guess that JustARobot needs somebody to talk to him when he goes to sleep. And for whatever reason, the person that he was actively trying to do a quote unquote investigation on in regard to grooming a literal fucking minor, that this is the person that he wanted to be close enough to do like these voice calls with so he could go to sleep at night, because apparently ASMR podcasts like aren't a thing, or you can't just listen to like a bot of a video. He has to, you know, be talking to somebody, I guess. So, oh, Kuma was the one calling her sweetheart queen, whatever. Okay, I stand corrected. Kuma was the one that was like rizzing her up, but JustARobot was certainly like being kind of weird and questy with her. And then when asked about it, like, do you want to fuck Cinny Bear? He was like, well, only in the sense that like I'm a cis guy and I think that women are attractive. Kind of a weird fucking answer. Like if somebody was like, are you trying to fuck this bitch? I'd be like, no. I wouldn't be like, well, as a straight man, I technically want to fuck all bitches. No, like really fucking weird thing. So yeah, hitting on her, just being kind of weird, Still simping, but the fucking pet names and everything was Kumo. But yeah, I would say that JustARobot was trying to smash. But anyway, so we have this insane crossover. Because JustARobot talks with Lio Convoy, and Lio Convoy is an entire can of worms. I have a video on my channel about Lio Convoy. It's actually Kumo's coverage of Lio Convoy that I ended up watching. Lio Convoy also has the lolcow gene. Lio Convoy is just like a really fucking weird, interesting person. Lio Convoy has a community. It's called like the Senate. He has multiple different communities, but the Senate is like the big one or whatever, where he adopts like adult kids, which is weird. I hate that. I don't like that. And then there was a leaked call. The Rosa call is especially heinous. Rosa was somebody who was in his community who was very obviously developmentally delayed, had like seizure disorders, just was not mentally well. And Lio would just like fucking scream at her on call. Crazy shit. Lio Convoy also had a bunch of 15-year-olds in his Discord server that were talking shit. And Lio then threatened to dox one of the 15-year-olds because the 15-year-old like made him mad or something like that. I don't fucking know, dude. Lio Convoy is quite, yeah. And then, yeah, Kumo's excuse was like, well, I'm from the South, so we call everybody sweetie and baby, and apparently Kumo's from Arizona. So I wouldn't say that personally, but you know, whatever. But nonetheless, so this is the call between JustARobot and Lio Convoy, which I'm sure is going to be very, very interesting because they both have the lolcow gene. They both do, and they both have like a particular cadence that I find incredibly insufferable. But nonetheless, I'm really interested to see what Lio Convoy has to say. Lio Convoy, also for context, is an amateur pedophile hunter. And by amateur pedophile hunter, I mean that he like finds people on the internet that are being weird to minors, and then he blasts them on social media for being pedophiles, essentially. He conveniently only makes his pedo hunting videos when his toy making videos don't get as many clicks and likes as he is hoping for, so then he pivots into, you know, doing pedophile hunting, quote unquote pedophile hunting. One of the most infamous pedophile huntings that he did was he was in contact with somebody who was being like raped by someone, and his big brain solution was, when they come to rape you, record it, and then you have it documented that this person's a rapist. Big brain ideas from Lio Convoy. This is the guy that's like a professional fucking pedophile hunter, okay? Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, cringe, and more cringe. I'm very interested to listen to this because like the JustARobot shit is very interesting to me because this guy, like, I don't know. There's something going on with this dude. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to play armchair psychologist, but this dude is like not all there. Okay. So I'm really loving that he's just getting shit on relentlessly for essentially defending a pedophile that he wanted to fuck. He was like, oh my God, this girl's a pedophile. She doesn't have any friends. I know, it's time to quest. Yeah. Very, very stunning and brave. Very stunning and brave position of pedophiles bad. Very stunning and brave. Unless, of course, you want to date them, which in that case, I guess, whatever. Go for it, I suppose. Yeah. So that's my preamble. That's my little TLDR for everybody. Okay, so we're going to listen to this call. Before we get started, make sure to like the stream because it makes me happy and it sparks joy. And I'm suffering for your entertainment, so it means the world to me. Thank you. Okay. And then don't be shy. If you want, you can certainly buy a super chat. which will read aloud on the TTS, which I have upgraded. Now it is an airport PA announcer. It's no longer the French lady. The French lady was voted off the island. And of course, you could always buy a membership, gift a membership, and what have you. Okay. Peace and blessings. Let's fucking cry together. Let's do it.
Convoy. I think you knew that when you clicked on this video, though, specifically because of the topic. I know the artists haven't really had any...
Hang on.
long-form content from the channel for a while, and I'm sorry for that. The stuff I'll be doing going forward may rarely be drama-related, but more long-form content is planned for the future. I appreciate the patience. Now, I need you artists to look up from your tablets. Please look at the screen. There's going to be some things mentioned in this call that are unpleasant and related to something that happened to me that may trigger others. While I'm sure this will reach a larger audience than the Lumi call where I had to reveal this to the public, I feel it's important to leave that ugly detail in order to drive home how absolutely vile some of the arguments Jar made in this video were. And that's who this call is with today. Anyone who knows my actions in the commentary community knows I regularly went to bat for Jar. I was there to give him advice, I mitigated and mediated conflicts he had with other creators.
This is also something that's fucking crazy, you guys. Insane crossover. I didn't know this. Did you guys know that Beckett of Crabs talks to Lio Convoy like all the fucking times about like toys and shit? I didn't fucking know that. I thought that was bizarre. I was listening, I think it was Queenman that was covering some of this, and Beckett like jumped in, and apparently Beckett and Lio like talk about like toys and shit, just like casually. Crazy. I also, I don't believe that Jar has a girlfriend. I think that Jar is just saying that because he doesn't want to get in trouble, for questing after a fucking pedophile. I don't believe that Jar has a girlfriend. I believe that to be false. Yes, Stardust boyfriend. Stardust. Excuse me. Yeah, Stardust boyfriend. Sorry. Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one talks to, Lio Convoy. But yeah, his girlfriend just goes to a different school. We wouldn't know her, that's all.
Creators, among other things in relation to his actions on this platform. I did this because I honestly thought Jar was just severely socially awkward, and I thought he could be better in multiple ways if he just had a decent guide from someone that actually cared. Jar's made it public that he grew up in a very strange household. He was homeschooled all of his life, and his mother was a young Earth creationist with thoughts that didn't line up with reality, whether it be scientific or biblical. I've known a lot of people that struggled like that growing up, so I assumed I understood Jar in a way a lot of others didn't, so I tried to help him learn to socialize better, to resolve conflicts through talking instead of video hit pieces on people. It's pretty obvious to the general landscape of this community that my behavior hasn't been all that good either, and while being on medication and continuing to try to find a therapist has helped me tremendously, it doesn't excuse anything.
Oh my god, he's a mentally ill BPD girly. That explains all of his transgressions. Very true, based.
In my actions, or the damage I've done to people that didn't deserve it. I've been trying to show people as much grace as possible until they prove they're just abusing it. This is a standard I've always had with my friends, but I'm now trying to apply it to everyone. This brings me back to Jar.
Once this, Beckett had to be told by Queenman that after he spoke to Kumo went on to have the meltdown that he's having right now, cast all the help and advice Beckett gave him into his face. Well, yeah, I mean, like, this is just a tragic reality of the internet, okay? You have to, like, this is something that I think is really important to be mindful of. Kumo and, like, JustARobot and not Lio Convoy's an old fuck, but like all these people are incredibly young, so like any kind of advice necessarily that they're giving I would take with a big hefty pinch of salt. That these are like people that are maladaptive, you know, internet people basically. So just to be mindful that like the people that you're getting your life advice from are people who have very little to none in the context of the grand scheme of the universe and what have you. And especially in the context of Lio Convoy, this is a dude who is like old. Okay, he's like in his 30s. And this dude spends his entire fucking life making videos building toys and shit and cyberbullying kids on the internet and verbally berating mentally disabled people because it makes him feel cool. And also the company that he keeps is a very young audience, okay? These are all things that should probably like kind of pique your this is fucking weird sensor. And I would be very hesitant to take any kind of life advice from any of these people. Never mind fucking Kumo, who's like, he's like 20. Like, okay, sure, yeah.
Despite what people may think, I haven't spoken to Jar in several months. Even though I thought he was a friend, he never really checked in on me, or asked how I was doing during my drama, or much after. His only attempt to reach out recently was to ask me questions for a video he planned on making about me. I've gotten to the point in looking at my own actions and how I've handled things that not everything has to be a public call or dealt with using unneeded venom, so I was content with the fact that I realized Jar wasn't actually a friend. I was just someone he used to stop others from calling him out on his bad behavior.
And also, it's shocking to me that there's a stunning realization from the fucking adult man that the people that he talks to on the internet aren't his real friends. It literally, he's like, I can't believe that he didn't check in on me and da-da-da-da, and he only cares about da-da-da. It's like, yes, you guys are essentially what is tantamount to coworkers. Like, you guys inhabit the same spaces on the internet. Like, these are not your friends. These are not your fucking ride or dies. These are just like random people that you talk to on the fucking internet. And it's like this grown ass man is having this epiphany right now that the dude that he's been sweeping for on the internet isn't like blood brothers to him. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane.
That's why a lot of his more recent content has been more unwell. I'm the person that told him not to do random videos on smaller channels that did videos on him.
Kumo also claimed to cut Cindy off at the end of Beckett's stream and immediately went into a call with her, where he proceeded to suddenly have an issue with the grooming thing and act like a jealous boyfriend who got... Ugh.
He didn't like. I'm the person that told him not to defend people that weren't worth it. And I'm the person that told him to stick to his media reviews instead of mixing it up with people and giving into his anger. The reason he's been acting the way he has on his channel recently is because he decided that my advice that's helped him in the past wasn't valid anymore. This is not an excuse for his actions at all, only to explain why he's done what he has recently. This is entirely his fault, and he alone holds the blame for that. Once I saw his video on Cinny and how he acted in a stream with the user JustARobot, I felt the right thing to do was to confront him on his actions in this case to highlight his overall problems. Before that video came out, I was content with letting what I thought was a friendship just fall off, and let him eventually trip over himself and run afoul of a larger creator that won't be charitable to him. But his most recent video was just too awful. If it was received well, it could have done severe, lasting damage in the long run to a lot of people. I'm glad it got picked to pieces. Having spent several months looking at things in a removed manner, Jar's actions don't come off anymore like isolated events, but instead paint a larger and uglier picture. I want to be clear, though, that I'm not here to join in on a content bandwagon. I'm not here to do a bunch of videos exposing Jar. I wasn't even planning initially on publishing this call until Beckett and a few other people whose perspectives and experience have proven trustworthy have told me I probably should. I need to note that this call is edited. There's a couple of people that Jar blames for his push to make a video on me that don't need or deserve to be dragged into this, and a couple of other things that are just a bit personal. Sorry for the long intro, but I felt it was important. Here's the call.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jar. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and just so you know... Oh, wait, can you say something?
I'm right here.
Okay, got it. Okay, just so you know, I'm also recording on my end. So if your recording doesn't work, just ask me and I'll send you my recording.
All right. So I want to be clear about a few things here.
Could I say something first, if that's all right? I know I fucked up. If anyone else did this, I would make fun of them. I just didn't expect my video to get leaked and like that, and I panicked and uploaded an early draft, and I really fucked up. And I had a talk with another YouTuber, and he went over everything I missed in the doc, and I realized so much stuff I missed. He has the full call recorded, but yeah, he went through everything with me in the doc, and I was like, oh my...
I just don't know why the fuck you would make a video if you didn't, like, read the logs. Like, you're making a video about these allegations, but you're not even, like, aware of them. And to be fair, I haven't read all of them, right? Like, I'm recounting secondhand because I can't fucking find them. But I'm not, like, making a hit piece on this fucking person. Like, you know, a planned out, meticulous, scripted video where I'm sitting down and I'm weighing the pros and the cons and I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. Like, I would never fly into a video essay like that completely fucking blind. And I would never, ever, in my wildest dreams, cape for somebody without reading all the fucking logs. Like, if there was a Google Doc that dropped about one of you hoes and people were like, Malcolm, are you going to defend this person? I'd be like, well, I need to read the fucking logs. I wouldn't just go, yes, Kurt would never do anything bad. He's a good noodle. Like, I'd be like, let me read the fucking logs and then I'll talk about it. Like, I just could not imagine being this fucking stupid. I couldn't imagine. It's crazy.
My God, I fucked up so badly, and I'm going to apologize for this.
Here's the problem. My question to you is, the final draft you were going to put out, the final video, was it close enough to what you put out?
If people gave me, like, no pushback and said, yeah, this looks like a solid video, and me and my roommate didn't decide to look at the doc in detail, which we were planning to, but...
You just chose not to, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure we would have, but if that didn't happen, yes, that would have been it. But I can send you the old version, like the very first draft, which was all negatively about Cinny, and you can just see how much I changed it. I said in my video that I was going to get a draft ready before I talked to Jack in case Jack freaked out, and that was very stupid of me to do.
So I want to be very clear here. I'm not going to, if I can help it, raise my voice at you. This is not going to be a call.
I love the really sad, like, angelic music over this, where it's like... And he has on, like, his dad attitude. He's like, what I'm not going to do is tell you that I'm angry with you, because I'm not. I'm disappointed, mostly. Like, this is just so fucking cringe. Like, this is like, oh my God. I need my internet daddy to save me. I need internet daddy Lio to save me. It's, like, so fucking cringe, dude. It's so cringe. What do you need me to defend you? Wait, where do you need defending? Oh, I understand what you're saying now, Seven. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Sorry. But no. I'll cringe and gay. I think Jar is lying. It's impossible not to see what was going on, even if you take a quick glance at Eno stock. I think that, like, how do I want to word this? I think a lot of people, like, are social leeches, is the best way I can explain this. So when I, obviously, no, actually, this is an apt comparison. I think of Brianna Wu. That's who I think of when I think of people like this. People who see somebody who is, like, socially isolated, somebody who, you know, doesn't get along with the girls, is kind of like an outcast, somebody that kind of is on the short end of the stick more often than not, mostly by their own choosing, mind you. When you see people like that, you think there's an easy friend, first and foremost, and here's somebody who will defend me to the ends of the earth because I'm willing to defend them, right? And weak people love the company of other weak people. So if I'm somebody who has poor relationships with others, I have a hard time fitting in, I have a hard time making friends, I have a hard time connecting with other people, the people that I'm going to want to seek out are going to be people who are similar, right? Where they don't have good connections, they don't have good friendships, maybe they even have a checkered past or something that they're ashamed of. And that way, my friendship and my allegiance is so much more valuable to them, to the point where they are not going to flip on me no matter what, okay? And that is what I think of when I think of JustARobot. I think of someone who is acutely aware that he's kind of a fucking loser. He's kind of a fucking freak. He probably doesn't have very many in-life connections. He probably doesn't have very many people that he hangs out with outside of these little internet Discord spaces or whatever the fuck. And so when you see someone, one, who is being attacked and isolated like Cindy Bear was, you think to yourself, okay, I can get in pretty good here because no one is going to touch this with a 10-foot pole except for me, so boom, there's my in. And then there's the added element that he's also, like, horny for her, because it's like, oh, I bet if I sweep really hard, you know, that might give me a little something else, okay? And I compare this to Brianna Wu because I think of Brianna Wu and her relationship to Aaron Green. And it's like the only people that Brianna Wu is able to build, like, quote-unquote meaningful relationships with, and when I say meaningful, like heavy air quotes, because we're all on the internet here, are people that are social outcasts. These are people that are, you know, they don't get along well with others, they don't have really any meaningful connections, and at any given point of the day, somebody is shitting all fucking over them, and it's like, okay, here comes your fucking knight in shining armor. Like, we're fucking yes-queening this bitch into the dirt, because we know that if you're the person that plays Captain Save-A-Ho, they're not going to flip on you. That's going to be somebody who is loyal to you because you know, place your trust in people that are sweeping for you, that are caping for you, right? So that's what I think of when I think of somebody like Jer. I do not think that he's being honest. I think that the truth of the matter is that he saw that Cindy Bear was getting fucked, and he was like, okay, well, if I'm super tight with her, she's never going to roll on me, one, and then two, I can kind of quest as well. And I think that's what it is. I think that he is acutely aware of what he's doing, and I think that he is lying and kind of hiding his power level, so to speak, where it's like, I think that he was aware that this was kind of the outcome that he was going for, and then, you know, he was able to pull it off, and now we're here. So that is my opinion. Yeah, Lyo's old as fuck. He's like a boomer. Yes. No, he's never seen a picture of Cindy, but, like, you know, it's a girl on the internet. Like, a girl's a girl when you've never been in a relationship before. Like, a woman is a woman. Okay, you'll take what the good Lord gives. And then if her avatar is sexy enough, I mean, I guess that's all that matters to some of these people, which makes me sad.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
What's up, Inky?
For two reasons. Number one, that's behavior I am trying to not repeat. And secondly, I am sick, and I don't even know if I could. So,
okay.
I am
so brave,
going to lay
Lyo.
down some very concerning things I have noticed. I am going to talk at length about some of your actions and some of your patterns of behavior here. But before we get too in-depth in that, let's go ahead and talk about your video on Cindy.
Let's talk about
Jar,
it.
It takes a lot for me to actually be disgusted with the video. Angry? Sure. I'm the angry guy. Your video actually made me uncomfortable.
It made me uncomfortable. As the internet's premier pedophile hunter, you have to know that this is the worst pedophile hunting I've ever seen. Mother is so angry with you, kitten. Makes me want to die.
For the things you said, the conversations you had, and the defenses you put up. So let me be as blunt as I can with you, Jar, since now this has been made public, thanks.
The closest TLDR biceps and bikinis is I would go through Chud Logic or Queeman's coverage. That's going to be your best TLDR, because even I am in the dark with a lot of this. I only have, like, secondhand information, and I'm just going off of, like, this video alone. And other things that I've heard, because I haven't read the full logs. All I know is JustARobot got caught being a simp. He was simping.
Thanks to whoever leaked it to Cass Warfox of all cretins.
Really?
Jar. No, I'm talking about the call I had with Lumi, where I had to talk about something I never wanted to talk about publicly. So, Jar, you said in there that there's no way Cindy could have groomed Inno because Cindy is a straight woman attracted to men and Inno's a girl. My grandfather was straight too, Jar. Didn't stop him.
Lio, are you... Stop it. Why are we trauma dumping right now? I mean, Lio's not wrong. Lio's not wrong. But also, like, please, I'm so uncomfortable with the energy that we've created at the studio. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, the fact, the principle here is correct, right? Is that, like, straight... Allow me to word this carefully. Okay. Like, people who are predators don't really give a fuck about the gender of the person that they're predating on. They care first and foremost about, like, being able to predate upon someone or something smaller and weaker than them. The gender is kind of innocuous. They don't really care. They just want, you know, to be an asshole and bad person. So he's not wrong, but I really didn't like that we were like, my grandfather. It's like, please, no.
Didn't stop him with me, didn't stop him with my uncles, didn't stop him with God knows who else, who will never, in this mortal world, get justice for what happened to them.
He's just like a fucking anime character, and it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, part of the reason I wanted to watch this is because I don't know who I hate more. I don't know if I hate Jer or JustARobot more, or if I fucking hate Lio Combo more, because he's such like a fucking anime villain, and it's so uncomfortable to listen to. It makes my fucking butthole pucker. It's so cringe.
I didn't know that.
Well, unfortunately, several thousands of people do now, because I had to put that out.
I had to trauma dump on YouTube.com to make a point that Mother is very angry, kitten.
Want to. But I had to. And I did tell you, Jar.
You literally didn't have to. I hate bitches like this. It's like, I didn't want to have to tell everybody about my traumatic molestation, but my hand was forced. And it's like, it literally wasn't. You could have just kept that to yourself. Literally, you could have just not said that. Like, that is also an option.
I told you in a voice message on my mobile alt that happened to me.
I remember you saying it happened to you. I didn't remember it being your grandfather.
It was my
grandfather. And I didn't remember you saying
You made it very clear in your conversations with Cindy that you did not come at this from an objective standpoint. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw in that call. And I could sit here and I could go point by point how absolutely disgusting and vile that video was. First of all, you knew better for all of this. And the reason why I know you knew better, Jar, is because you meticulously went through the set the programmer stuff. Because you were, and I quote, worried Lio would be angry if you didn't. You didn't do that here.
Mother would be so angry, kitten. I was right. Oh my god, I peered into the future.
Barely even looked at the doc. You should have known better, because you've done better. If you had been some bumbling moron who always screws things up and has never once showed an iota of ability to properly grasp this, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But I know
an iota.
So I'm not happy on that end too. But what actually irritates me
Mother's
most,
very angry.
other than your absolute gross negligence, and that is honestly
gross negligence.
is
Tell
how
him.
You were talking to City in that call. You did not approach that call with objectivity. You did not have a list of questions to ask them to ascertain whether or not they were being honest with you.
You're
what
right.
you saw was somebody who you could possibly ask a favor for in the future if you were able to hear them. And even if you denied,
I didn't fucking pre-watch this. Oh my god, no! I have the same take as Lio Convoy. Fuck! Oh no! Fuck!
Jar, that's just what I'm seeing here. You made it pretty obvious.
Oh hi, Barbie.
That's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
Really gross. I know for a fact, because we've talked about, you're terrified that these ACC people are going to come after you. So let me be very clear. Jar, the only thing the ACC people want from you, because I do still talk to some of them, they just want you to leave them alone and not interact with them. If one or two come at you some ways, fine, respond, I don't care. But this idea that there's some sort of conspiracy...
Lio has given you permission to engage.
About you? No. And even if there was, Jar, I have told you multiple times, let them take the first punch, respond if you need to. You trying to assemble essentially an army of people who owe you favors is, number one, any alliance built on hatred is a weak one, and secondly, you are putting a lot of faith in people you barely know. And I also am aware you are currently running to other smaller YouTubers about this. Jar, do you realize, like, in any objective manner, how absolutely ridiculous that makes you look?
He's kind of spitting. He's kind of cooking
when
right
I saw
now.
Chud stream, Jar,
oh, there you go.
Your foot in your mouth. You essentially committed a form of fight on that stream.
Oh my god. Okay, Lio's cooking right now. He's cooking right now. You basically committed optical suicide. Okay, he's kind of got him. Okay, let him cook. Let him cook.
So, there are people who do want to talk to you, Jar. And at least one of them I think you owe some form of conversation with. So let's go ahead and drop all pretense here. Whether or not you have a conversation with people should not be predicated on their sub count, should not be predicated on any of that. It should be based on how honest and open you're going to be.
Okay,
you know how many people have come at me about Rosa that had no channels that I still talk to because I screwed up there and I am still...
And then after Barbie and fucking Stardust absolutely just fucking stomped your ass, you won't talk to anybody about it again. But nonetheless...
owed that accountability to the people who come at me, regardless of their intentions. And does that mean I'm going to hop on every live stream? No. There are people I'm not going to entertain. But average people, always. Forever. Until the day I die, I'll have to answer for that. And I'm fine with that. I made my bed.
Until I die!
What you're continuing to do is unhinged.
Like, have you guys ever seen, what's that movie, 300? You know, where Leonidas is, like, giving his speech before they all, like, run to their death, essentially? That's how this feels. And I bet that's what Lio thinks like he's doing. Like when he's talking, he's like, I'm giving a speech to my 300 Spartan warriors. It's like, it's so beautiful.
Jar. And let me go ahead and make this very clear. And I'm going to do this without mentioning names because they don't deserve to be dragged into this. When I told one of the bigger ArtCC people that you had a complete meltdown on Chud's stream and you were a laughingstock, their first thing wasn't, ha.
Yeah, Barbie is a paralegal. True, it's because she's a woman. Everybody knows that women can't be lawyers. Like, it's not possible. Very true.
Serves him right. Or, well, too bad for Jar. It was, oh my god, is he okay?
Oh, he cares.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put all the blame on you for some of the more conspiratorial things even I started believing. That's also partly Peaches and the nonsense they pulled, and also partly me.
Okay.
I still owe and earn and all that other stuff. My actions are still my actions regardless of who influenced me. Period. End of story. But you, Jar, have made an absolute mockery of your platform multiple times. This is just the newest one and the biggest one. So I, unfortunately, had the displeasure of going through your Susie video today because I had it beforehand. Because I've had people tell me it was in there and I wanted to make sure I knew. So I'm going to tell you what I saw in that video, Jar.
Okay, let's hear
I saw you dancing on the grave of somebody who, with the exception of voicing in a video, which you and her resolved between yourselves, dancing on the grave of somebody who'd been nothing but kind to you.
Okay.
The problem, well, they also leaked the call we had, and then that's when I have to.
Who did they leak it to? Who they leak it to?
I will have to check my DMs, but I think it was like people who, like Lin and Harley and people who don't like me.
I don't know if Harley's heard it. I know Lin did, and I did. I don't think Harley did. And that doesn't matter if Harley did or not. You two squashed the beef. That was the important aspect of it, Jar. I'm sorry, but it was. And here's the more disgusting thing. Two things that actually make me mad. One, 90% of your video on Susie is about the diaper stuff that, number one, happened mostly when they were a minor.
The diaper stuff? Wait the fuck. Hold the phone. Somebody give me the 411 right now. What diaper stuff? What the fuck are they talking about right now? Somebody please. Tell me it's not what I think it is. Somebody please help me. You guys, I'm really counting on you. I'm really counting on you guys to help me out here. What's the diaper thing? What's the diaper? No, I don't know. Do you think I would fucking ask if I... Oh no. Oh no. Their doodle tones have... Oh no. Oh no. The diapers... Oh no, 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 no. No, no. I just... Okay, so Doodle Tones had a diaper fetish. That's what I'm getting out of this, and I think that's where we're going to stop our investigation, okay? So we're going to say Doodle Tones has a diaper fetish, and then we're going to stop right there, okay? We're going to stop right there, okay? All done. Next.
Two, a fetish is something you observe in terms of what sexually turns you on. Assassination, hyperfixation, especially for an autistic person like you, Jar, is not...
He did not just hit him with the... As an autistic person like you, he did not just hit him like that. Okay, listen, you guys, I love my autistic kings and queens. I love you guys, okay? I love you so much. You're so brave and you're so stunning, okay? Being autistic does not mean that you have weird fetishes, okay? Nor does it mean that your weird fetishes are somehow not weird because of your autism, okay? Like no, guys, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this, so, It's the autism's fault, I guess. Sorry, guys. The autism made me have the diaper fit. Like, what the fuck? I don't. Thank you, Waffles. Thank you.
Not indicative of a fetish. And you made that entire video about how she's a lol cow and how you love being in this community because you feast on the autism. Welcome to the farm, Jar.
Oh, cook him!
You're just a slightly larger cow. And now you're learning that.
Well.
You always thought that you were, what was the word you used? An anti-lolcow? You're not. Anybody is a lolcow. And I hate having to use that term, because that is a term that takes away any nuance and any part of somebody's humanity and reduces them to a bunch of goofy things. But anybody can be one, Jar, if enough microscope is put on them. You, me, your parents, your pastor, if you had one, you need one, and a whole slew of others. That's all that matters.
Okay. Lyle Convoy is kind of on fucking fire right now, you guys. I'm kind of here for this, okay? He's cooking. He's kind of cooking. Okay, damn. All right, let's go. What the fuck?
You have to learn to start treating people like people, because Jar, you don't.
Holy shit.
You don't even treat me like a person. And let's go ahead and be completely on board here. While you have done me some favors that I did appreciate, I have done more for you than just about any other person you can name, save maybe Dreadlock, because he's your roommate. I have gone to bat for you. I have gotten in calls with other creators to help you out because you were trying to resolve conflicts with them without it blowing up. I do all these things for you, not because I want a bigger YouTuber to owe me, I don't care, but because I thought at the time it was the right thing to do. To a point, maybe I should, but I'm not done because I need to get here.
Oh shit! Oh, he's still going.
And you know what? I can understand people wanting to make some distance from me if I'm in hot water to a point. I get it.
Oh shit!
Jar, me being quote
He
unquote
can't
canceled does
stop.
not mean I am dead. does not mean you couldn't ask my opinion on things. Doesn't mean you can't ask my thoughts.
No breaks.
So my
All gas, no breaks.
is, number one, the only reason you're doing this series of videos is because 2 other YouTubers gave you grief and pushed you into it. And you admitted that. You admitted to me when you were talking. Okay.
Yeah. Who were the 2 YouTubers? Yep. I think it's, but yeah, they.
Oh,
and
okay,
here's
we're
the thing.
censoring it. We don't get to know. It's dark lore.
I do in my script. I'm not making a video on you anymore. I'm done with drama. In the script, I did go into.
I'm done with drama now that I'm on the other end of it. I just got like fucking publicly executed, and then Lyle goes, "You better be. You better heed father's warning, kitten." Oh my god, I love this. I love this. Like yes, is Lio the physical fucking embodiment of cringe and a Reddit, moderator? Like, I imagine that he owns several pairs of nunchucks that he uses regularly and practices, and makes his partner call him like ninjutsu and shit like that. Like, I'm sure that definitely happens. But oh my god, he's on fire right now. He's on fire.
To detail defending you from the what do you call it? The Barbie call. I did defend
name drop Barbie. We fucking know her. Oh my god, we know that bitch. Oh my god, slay.
you in that part. I did start off the video by saying like he's done. I also went through my experiences with you, and I said I have had nothing but good experiences with a guy. It's what you did to other people that I wanted to go over, but I kept on having cold feet about it, just like I did with other drama videos, and I realize now that I should have stuck to my word when I said I was done with drama and just focused on media criticism. I shouldn't have talked about Seth or Daft or Spockter.
Hold on. Talking about
You didn't even have to tell me that, Clement. There's videos of Lio and a kimono attacking things with a katana. You didn't even have to tell me that. Like, I knew intuitively that was true. And I don't even have to fact check it. Like, I just know that you're right. Like, I'm not going to look it up. Like, you say that, and I 100% believe you. Like, you'd have to convince me out of that. You'd have to say, like, no, Malcolm, there's no video of Lio Convoy attacking things with a katana. I'd say, no, you're full of shit. Can't prove a negative.
About Seth or Spock in and of themselves makes sense. Because I don't consider those things to be drama. Those are important things communities need to know. That's fine. The problem is, Jar, you take your issues with other people, and I've been accused of this too. I think it's not as inherently accurate. But you take like smaller issues you have, like with Susie, and you blow it all the way up because you have a grudge against these people. Jar, I've said this before, I'll say it again, you need to go to therapy. Not just for the paranoia you have, but also for your genuine anger issues.
I know. My roommate has told me multiple times that I need therapy, and I just can't afford it right now.
That's
but
fine.
I do.
Again, I'm gonna go ahead.
Every time I go to bed and I'm about to fall asleep, I just feel angry about sometimes things that have happened 10 years ago, and sometimes I feel like revenge is the only thing that keeps me going. And
they're so cringe. The only thing that keeps me warm at night is the hate. It's the hate of all the wrongs that have been transgressed against me. Okay. Ooh.
What I did was so stupid. I mostly just wanted someone in my corner because Peaches was gone. Your reputation wasn't really that great at all. It was kind of in the dirt. And it was me, you, and Peaches, I felt like we were invincible together. Like I felt like we were the three musketeers.
Jar.
They were the Autism Avengers. That's so cute. Oh.
Me being canceled, me being in the dirt, does not mean you could not ask for my opinion on something, because here's the kicker, Beckett did. Other people came to me asking, and I didn't get it.
Confirmed. Oh, him and Bucket are so cute together. Love that.
Involved. Other than Beckett?
Stardust, you better watch your fucking man, okay? Lio is coming in hot, okay?
It runs a podcast called the Cope and See podcast, and he's one person.
I know. Okay, now I know who did that.
You need to talk to him because he's going to be fair to you. He might razz you, but he'll be fair because he's been fair to me. And Lord knows we have had some arguments. Another person you need to talk to. You're going to hate this, Jar. You're really going to hate this. You need to talk to Kumo.
Well, does he though?
Then to at least give him your side of some things that are coming.
I don't know.
Flat.
I don't know if he needs to talk to
If you
Kumo.
don't heed that advice, I can't stop you from being dumb. Because here's the other thing.
Well,
You sit here and you send this absurd message. I wish you didn't get canceled. You would have stopped me. Jar, are you familiar with Lazarus and the rich man? That parable?
No.
The Lazarus and the rich man. Pause. Is Lio about to fucking flex on me on my scripture knowledge? Lazarus and what? What did he say? Lazarus and the what?
It will jog my memory.
Lazarus and the rich man? That
The
parable?
Lazarus and the rich man. Lazarus and the rich man. Oh my god, is he gonna... Oh, he's gonna mog me so fucking hard, dude. Oh no! I'm getting mogged by Lio Convoy right now. Luke 16:19-31. Fuck me. Oh my god, this sucks. This sucks. Let's do a little context for my non-biblical scripture girlies in the chat. The rich man and Lazarus. There was a rich man who was dressed in purple and fine linen and lived in luxury every day. At his gate laid a beggar named Lazarus, covered with sores, and longing to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Even the dogs came and licked his sores. The time came when the beggar died, and angels carried him to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. In Hades, there he was in torment. He looked up and saw Abraham from far away with Lazarus by his side. So he called to him, Father Abraham, have pity on me and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger into the water to cool my tongue, because I am in the agony of this fire. But Abraham replied, Son, remember in your lifetime you received good things while Lazarus received bad things, and now he is comforted here while you are in agony. And besides all of this, between you and the great chasm has been set in place, so that those who want to go from here to you cannot, nor can anyone cross over from there to us. He answered, Then I beg you, Father, send Lazarus to my family, for I have 5 brothers. Let him warn them, so they will not also come to this place of torment. Abraham replied, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. No, Father Abraham, he said, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent. He said to him, If they do not listen to Moses and the prophets, they will not be convinced, even if someone rises from the dead. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, let's go.
No, maybe if you started, it will jog my memory.
Jesus told a parable about a poor man named Lazarus who was covered in boils and leprosy. I can't remember the exact ailment, but he had to beg every day at the gates. He had dogs having to lick his wounds, and he was just an unfortunate person. And there was a man very wealthy, about town, everybody loved him. Where did where did the rich man wind up, Jar?
He ended up in hell. And warn my brothers, they do not know what is coming.
And how did Abraham respond?
He said, Get good, nerd.
If they won't listen to, I forgot if they won't listen, it's something like that. I know it's something to do with listening.
They have the scriptures and the prophets. Even if a man from the dead came back and told them, it would do no good. Jar, you had your girlfriend, who we are not going.
Why is Lyle Convoy not like a preacher? Like, honest question. Like, that seems like the perfect fucking thing for him. Like, it really does. Like, he should just go to seminary school. I'm not even joking. I'm giving real honest feedback right now. Like, the whole like anime villain monologue goes so, like, this cadence and this temperament goes so well. Like, there's a whole world out there for Lyle, and he doesn't even know it. Like, oh my god, this man this man is he's the next like Joel Osteen. Like, wow, amazing.
Going today because she
Let's not give Lyle access to children, Malcolm. Okay, you're right, based.
wants to remain anonymous. I will respect that.
Good call.
And
Thank you.
And your roommate tell you, Jar, do not upload this. If my wife told me do not upload a video, I don't care who's clamoring for it. That ain't happening. You ignored them. What makes you think you would have listened to me? Because Lord knows.
Oh, so he's fucking cuck confirmed. If his wife said don't upload a video, he would be like, yes, my queen. Anything for you, Beyonce. To be fair, I would be like, yes, my queen. Okay, fine.
You haven't. Because the moment we stopped communicating regularly and I wasn't being your Jiminy Cricket, you went right back to doing all the
Jiminy
things I told
Cricket.
you not to do.
Yes,
Yes, father. Yes, honey.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just so
Yes,
slow
honey.
because I haven't pretty much eaten anything. If I eat anything, I will. I know, it's just, I have to eat very small things, chew them a lot, because if I don't, my system will go into shock and I'll vomit.
Yeah, because you've never had this heavy of a...
You're literally going to puke because you're so upset over questing after a pedophile. These are the consequences. Ask yourself, where did Lazarus end up? Very base, okay.
backlash before. Not one that you ever heard.
Well, to be fair, I know this is going to sound dumb, but when the stuff with the Heather Pack happened, it actually felt worse because I was so much smaller compared to them. Like, now, sure, I can handle that, no problem, but back then, it actually felt worse. I didn't eat for, like a week or two.
Okay, I mean this so honestly. So 2 things have been revealed to me, okay? Well, I guess 1 thing, and then I'll piggyback off of that, okay? Apparently, fucking JustARobot is broke. JustARobot is doing, like, Uber and shit to pay his fucking rent. How the fuck do you have a 200k sub YouTube channel, and you have to fucking Uber? Okay, first of all, what the fuck are you doing? That's ridiculous to me, okay? Has nobody taught you, like, budgeting, finance 101, like none of that shit? That's like just a complete alien fucking concept to you. Insane that you could be broke and needing to Uber with a 200k fucking YouTube channel. Insane.
Hilarious.
Oh my goodness. It took you this long to subscribe to me? Are you fucking serious, Clemmy? Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you are literally so upset that you're not eating because of YouTube drama, and you're a drama YouTube creator, pick another fucking hobby. Like, if this is making you, like, so ill that you can't fucking eat, why don't you do literally anything else with your time? Why? Why do people do this? If it's causing you severe emotional distress to the point where you're not fucking eating, do literally anything else. You don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to do that. You could just literally do anything else. I don't understand this. Like, literally, how is cyberbullying even real? Close your eyes. Like, you're so upset over drama that you fucking started in regard to this, and you're like, oh, I can't eat, I can't sleep. Okay, literally, fucking turn off the computer. What?
The sub count doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I was so small, and it felt big,
You
like,
felt
more
vulnerable.
back.
You felt more vulnerable.
Yeah, it felt like more...
Stupidity and addiction. Addiction to what? It's YouTube. It's like a hobby that you do, especially if he's not even making enough money to, like, live. He has to also fucking Uber. Okay, take it on the chin. It didn't work out. Go and get a real fucking job and move on with your life. I don't understand, like, the commitment to torturing yourself. For what? For what? I don't get it.
Yeah, Jar, you do that to small content creators all the time, dude.
I know.
Do you? Because I told you that...
Oh, he's almost in tears.
And even if you're justified in your Linlin, you turning around and attacking a channel that much smaller than you is never going to make you look good. Never.
I know.
Yeah, Lio, take your own advice.
Holding off on making it. I was like, I don't want to make it.
Then don't.
And then anger, like, I have a reasonable side of me and an angry side of me. And the angry side of me said, do something about it.
There are two wolves inside of me. One of them is filled with rage and vengeance, and desires to seek to destroy all who burned and harmed me. The other is peaceful, quiet, autistic, and horny for pedophiles. Okay, wow. All right, this is making me so uncomfortable, you guys.
But I'm glad, and that's why I've been using my second channel to respond to people, because I don't want them to get dunked on that hard. And I've said, don't attack them. You know, I do feel bad when people do get harassment.
John,
like, you know that.
It's not just harassment, dude. Because here's the thing. I have a high level of empathy. It's why I get freaking dicked around with so much by terrible people, frankly. But if you're saying I don't want people to deal
It's
with
the
harassment,
empathy, yeah.
then you should mitigate it any way you can.
It's the empathy. It's empathy. Okay, life advice for you guys. If you ever come across somebody who's like, I'm an empath, run away. They're not an empath. They're a fucking psychopath. Almost guaranteed, okay? People have no idea what being empathetic means, okay? When people are like, I'm an empath, that bitch is crazy and you should run. That's like the biggest fucking red flag.
These people cannot hurt you, Jar. Because here's the thing of the matter. If they bring up random things that you didn't do, they can't hurt you with it. You have to have that internal sense of self. I was not joking when I told you, because you asked me, how did I handle backlash? My faith in God, the love of my wife, having one major foot, and in fact, majority of my life, not actually online, but more rooted in the real world.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. He's preaching. Brother Lio is spitting right now. How did I get through my controversies? My love of Christ, the dedication to the woman that I love, having a strong spirit that can defend off evil. Okay. All right, Lio. Okay. Tradcon Lio. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god. Somebody get this man to a Pentecostal church right fucking now. Holy shit.
Because I was born in 1985, I was almost an adult by the time the internet became a thing. I was already grounded.
He was born in 1985? He's like 40. He's like 40, bro. Jesus Christ.
Reality. But the one thing I didn't mention, Jar, because I need to talk about it, and I'm going to segue with it now.
Oh,
I had support from actual friends. People who didn't just want to use me for content. And that's the problem you have, Jar. With the exception of maybe Dreadlock, I don't know if you have friends. Because you certainly didn't treat me like one.
True.
Period. You have a tendency of waiting until you see how things are going to play out before you jump into something. You don't treat people like people, you don't treat your friends like friends.
Well, come on, I helped Peaches out a lot. Like,
yes, you did.
I didn't have a grudge with Camilla or Evrone. I had...
Okay, Peaches is Lio's kitten. I know that you're not encroaching on his queen right now, okay? That is his Discord kitten. All right, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well for Jar, okay? Peaches is Lio's kitten, all right? And she was... What does that mean? She was fearless and crazier than him. She was his queen, and God help anyone who disrespected his queen. Fuck.
Have any beef with them?
Oh no, they don't get along anymore. Oh, they broke up. Oh, I'm out of the loop. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Thundercats are go. Go ahead and try and fuck Peaches. Go ahead. Peaches is on the table. Go ahead.
I'm aware, Jar. The one example of you doing the right thing when you have made it a history at this point, specifically with me and with other people, to use them more as a tool on your belt than a natural person is a problem. Because you know what? There's a lot of people on the spectrum I didn't yell out and I didn't sit there and treat like garbage.
There were a lot of non-autistic people in my community that I also cussed out. Okay, just for the record, you guys, I am not ableist. I have also cussed out neurotypical people as well as autistic people, okay? Lio, please!
There's still Rosa.
I know.
And regardless of what Rose is doing now, which is another issue in and of itself, I'm not going to go after her.
I don't know if you guys can hear the background music, but the sad piano is really doing it for me. Like, I love that he edited this and he put the sad piano music over it. I'm really having a good time.
Rosa, I learned from that. Even before it became a big thing, I altered what I do. Every human being, with the exception of people who prey on children, and I need you to remember that one, has a right to change. And when I say right to change, I don't mean as in an internal right. They have just plain a right to change. That includes you.
I know. As you know, I've said this before. The only two things that can get you canceled is pee around kids and yourself.
Yeah, congratulations, Jar. You pulled that one off. And then, instead of being reasonable, you're sitting here reaching out to other people, hoping they're going to cover your butt. So here's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell him.
Wait, how am I...
No, let him cook. Let him cook.
I'm confused by what you mean by that.
Why would you need to go to... Instead of just sitting down...
No, he reached out to me first, and at first I didn't even want to talk to him because I was like...
It would be super... Just Lio Convoy, if you're here. I know sometimes you'll hate watch other people. Lio Convoy, if you're here, stop doing this fucking annoying when you're trying to censor something. Do like a beep, because it is freaking me out. Like, my fucking Wi-Fi is shitting out. Not a good choice. Not a good choice for the overlay for censoring shit out. Like,
I was just in such a dark place. I was like, I deserve all this backlash, yada yada. And then he finally sat down and called me, and he explained to me in a very good way of what I did wrong. And he's not making he's going to be making a video about the whole Cinny me Jack situation when it's all over, but he's not going to help me with my apology video. That's going to be on me.
Jar, don't make a fucking apology video. Go away. It is too late for you, son. Just go away. Why are these people such glutton for punishment? Like, what what do you think is going to come of this, Jar? What do you think is gonna fucking happen? Sorry, guys, that I covered for a pedophile. Yeah, I don't know. As a straight man, I thought she was kind of hot because she was a girl, because as a straight man, I'm always attracted to, like, every woman ever. Like, being a straight man, like, don't do this. Don't do this. You're making everything worse, bro. Do not make a fucking apology to me. Jar, okay, you guys have all seen my PR skills. Jar, I will write you an apology. But I want $150, Jar, and I will write you an apology, and it'll be the best apology the world has ever seen. Everyone will forgive you. Money back, guaranteed. Okay? Fuck.
And I'm...
Jar, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Your apology video, it's not going to have any value to it. The reason why it's not going to have any value to it is because you have gone on record before saying you will revoke apologies.
And he also is not sorry. He's sorry that it went haywire. Because let's play this another way. Let's say that this fucking hit piece video came out and everybody was like, oh, hell yeah, brother, like, this fucks. Like, he wouldn't be sorry that he did a shitty job reporting on it if everybody liked the video. The reason he's sorry is because everybody was like, yo, your video is dog shit. And you're dog shit. If nobody said anything, he wouldn't apologize because he doesn't think that he did anything wrong. He's sorry that everybody hated his fucking video, that's all.
I will what?
You said you've gone on record before saying you have revoked apologies. That's...
Well, no. Well, I haven't revoked all of them, but, like, what do you mean by that?
I haven't revoked all of them, only, like, a few.
Actually, what do you mean by that?
Where you'll apologize and then later on take back the apology, depending on the situation. If you're going to ask for a specific, I currently don't have one. But that's how the public is going to view it. They are expecting you to respond with a very poorly done apology.
Which it will be.
You can be angry about Kumo leaking a video all you want. I can understand that would be irritating, but that was still your video. Your choices, your takes, your bad decisions.
He's
you know,
right.
the thing I find insulting, truly insulting, is that you put your bare butt, figuratively, on display in that call with...
Thank you for clarifying figuratively, Lio. Where are we going with this? I'm walking with you, King. Where are we going?
Cinny, and did you think that people wouldn't notice?
Well,
I thought about redoing the interview, but then I thought it would be dishonest if I tried to redo it, so I didn't. And people noticed. Did I think people wouldn't notice? I guess so, because, well, why else would I put it in a video? And
bro, he's gonna get out the ukulele and do the calling Ballinger. Like, this is about to be fucking horrible, and I can't wait.
Let me tell you what's going to happen, Jar, since you wanted to know.
Tell him.
People are going to dig. I don't know if you've done other things. I hope for your sake you didn't. But if you have, people will find out. They always do, and they always will. Now,
find out what?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know if you have. I'm just telling you people are going to dig, Jar. You said it yourself earlier.
Oh yeah, people are going to dig in to me, and I mean, whatever you say on whatever happens will happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
I want to be clear about this too, because I know you immediately gravitated when you saw him getting some boost in here. Akumu's not going to save you.
I know.
So I really hope you didn't run to him, because he's just going to laugh in your face.
The only thing... Okay, the only thing, and mind if I send... The only thing I did was, I could send you if you need the evidence, but...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Wait, you want me to send
you have
you?
permission.
I want you to also send me that draft you told me about.
You have permission.
The first draft on Cine?
Yes.
You have permission
I
from
will
Mother Kitten.
I will have to snap it together because it's in segments, so I will have to snap that together for you, so it might take... And I'm not doing so hot right now, but, yeah. Let me see.
We'll make a bingo card for. There's going to be a ukulele. I can feel it. My favorite thing about Lio Convoy, and Tomfoolery does the same thing. It's like where they don't want to cuss, and I love that. It's like he put his bare butt cheeks. Pardon my French. And it's like nobody was offended by you saying butt cheeks. Like if anything, everybody is more uncomfortable that you said butt cheeks instead of just ass, because it's weird that you said butt cheeks. Like that's weird. What did he call start a slut hole? Is that what? Do you guys remember that when he was talking to Stardust and he kept saying slut hole? I was like, can you just cuss like a normal fucking person? Can you just call someone a whore and be normal? Like, why are you're making everybody so uncomfortable. Like, literally just call her a slut. Okay, that's what you want to do. You don't have to make it all weird, dude. Why are you making it weird? The soft pianos, really. Hello? What's going on?
Yeah, I'll snap it together for you.
Oh, okay. He's sending him shit. Okay.
I will, but I did... Okay, I looked at my DMs. I didn't say what I thought I said, but yeah, I did ask if Akumu could also make a video on the Cine situation, and he said no, and I was like, yeah, but...
Smart of him to do that, because here's the truth, Jar, if you had actually paid attention. Because if you had paid attention, if you had talked, because I didn't want to talk to Kumo for a while either. I had thoughts about him that were not accurate to reality, because I did not do my due diligence and look more at the evidence, because I didn't like him presenting it, and I thought it'd be manipulative. But when I did, I found a completely different person underneath all of that. If you had talked to Kumo properly during all this, you would have been able to pick up signs of Cindy's manipulation. Because the way Cindy acts towards you in that call is completely different than how Cindy acted around Kumo. And if you two had talked, you would have put two and two together.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Gonna be blunt about that one.
He's not
You
wrong.
let that person.
Because you gotta be careful, okay? Because the hoes be playing mind games, especially the pedo hoes. They play crazy mind games, okay? So you have to compare notes, okay? Is she fucking with me the way she's fucking with you? Very true. You gotta keep your eye on these hoes, okay? Because they be playing, all right? They be playing. He's not wrong.
Play you happily because you thought big number will have my back. They're never going to have your back, Jar, because these people aren't your friends. These people you're so obsessed with trying to please, so they'll be on your side. They don't care about you. Go ahead, run this right now. See if they'll bail you out. You know what the response is going to be? They're going to laugh at you.
Is that like a kitten mewing in the background too? With the piano.
I know.
Stunning.
I know that there have been times you've been worried about me being angry at you over an action or a bad decision. And you know what? Those times, very rarely was I actually angry with you. With the exception of what happened at VidCon. That made me mad because I didn't know about your back and forth with and you and I had a conversation about that. But what made me
I don't like the static. I don't like
that
it.
one video you did earlier, the City one, that actually made me mad out of everything you've done. Save that one incident, that actually made me mad. Disgusted and mad.
Disgusted and mad. Tell him.
But I'm also not going to sit here and do a big video about...
But he's also a forgiving God. You have made Mother angry, kitten. But fear not. Mother is forgiving. Mother allows for redemption. Lio Convoy is a gracious God.
Jar, because frankly, Jar...
Please kill me.
I'm tired. I have been stuck dealing with the literally worst of humanity for how long? 6 years now. And it does things.
It does things to you, Jar. I'm a shell of the man that I used to be since I started pretending to be a pedo hunter on YouTube. You wouldn't believe what these eyes have seen, Jar. Real eyes, real eyes, real lies, Jar. I'm trying to save you from yourself. Like, this is from a movie, is it not? Like, this has to be from a movie.
It had twisted and warped my perspective on a lot of things. I thought the worst of literally everyone because all the scummy people I've had run-ins with, had to deal with, and then I had to deal with all the nonsense Peaches put me through. Real fun, by the way.
So much.
Thanks for
It changed me. I'm a changed man.
Well, I did make my video on Peaches, and I waited for your video to come out first. And I did tell people to check your video out.
Jar.
It's from the boys.
Do we even have any mutual friends now? Let me look here.
Oh yeah, you gotta get a Discord. Who's in the clique?
This isn't a gotcha.
Who's in the clique, guys? Who's been voted off the island?
There we go. Click on your profile. Okay, let's see here. Who do we have? I don't even know who that person is. Fantastic.
He's getting fact checked.
Let's use Lorenzo. If you found out Lorenzo.
Roxana? No, I'm never having fun. Welcome to my channel. That's like the whole point, is that I torture myself for your entertainment. Welcome.
Lorenzo was having a spiral, an ideation spiral, mind you.
Mm.
Would you check in on him? Would you ask how he's doing?
Wait a second. I mean, what about Miss Anthropony?
Hang on, bucko.
Yeah, and that was dumb too, and we'll get to that.
That was also the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen, but don't worry. I've been keeping tabs on you.
If Lorenzo was spiraling, do you consider Lorenzo your friend?
Yes.
If Lorenzo was spiraling, if you saw he was having to deal with some real hard stuff, would you check in on him? Or would you just tell people to check out his eventual video?
I think I would tell people, I think I would check in on him.
Yeah, that's what friends do, Jar. It's why, when Fluffy pulled their stunt with you, and you weren't responding, I freaked out, found your phone number, and called you, because I was worried. You saw that happen.
Imagine minding your own business at home, enjoying the nice ambient lighting that you've set up, watching your favorite girl time show, and fucking Lio Convoy just calls you and is like, oh, I've been freaking out over the fucking YouTube drama. Are you okay? Have you been checking in on your Discord, kittens? I'm worried for the kittens. Oh my god, I would call 911 so fast. Just minding your own fucking business. Boom, phone call from Lio Convoy. Holy shit. How'd you get my number, bro? I had to find it. I had to make sure you were tending to the kittens. Oh my fucking god, dude. Restraining order. Cease and desist. Oh my god.
You panicked and you did something drastic. Because I care. It's also why I've done freaking wellness checks for people that hate me and people I don't like. Because even though I might be some absolute morons, save if they preyed on children, then I really don't care. Gonna be blunt. But this is ridiculous, Jar. Like
it's ridiculous, Jar. It's ridiculous.
People close to you should be close to you because they care about you, not use the stepping stones for your progress on YouTube. And I know why you're so defensive of your YouTube channel, because you had a really rough childhood. Trust me, I understand. I empathize. And now people actually listen to you. You can't be ran out by people like the Heather Pack anymore. And you know what? Good on you for being able to build a platform. Problem is, Jar, you didn't use it as a platform for something valuable and something good. You used your platform to attack other people.
For evil.
Of them, never once realizing.
You took advantage of the platform that God gave you. I'm so uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio. Like, imagine the cops roll up and they're like, hey, we're doing a wellness check. Some guy on the internet, I think his name is Lio. I don't know. He said that shit was getting kind of weird. Are you good? I'd be like, institutionalize me. I have to fake my death and move to a different fucking country to get away from this guy, so just take me now. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
And sooner or later, that's going to be pointed at you.
No, I disagree with that. Every time I've done a drama video, I've always thought, one day this is going to be me. I've said in a handful of videos that
Jar.
I know one day I'm going to get canceled.
I
said it comes for all of us.
You say it. You
Let him,
but you don't believe
just say it.
No, I do.
You don't
Jar,
mean what you say.
It would happen one day.
Then why'd you do it?
Jar.
You
were my brother, Jar. You were my brother, and I loved you. This is taking me out. How are we only halfway done with this fucking call? Jesus.
Did you do something so objectively stupid?
Because I believed her. I didn't realize I was being manipulated.
You know, part of it was her manipulating. I'm not going to deny that. But it wasn't that you inherently that you believed her. You wanted to believe her. You wanted to have somebody in your back pocket that owed you a favor. Because another thing, would you do a favor for somebody, Jar? Well, I understand.
Guys, I have terrible news. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to take an emotional support break. I have to have my emotional support bathroom time and emotional support cigarette, and then we can finish this because you were the chosen one. It was said that you would. What's the phrasing of that? Oh fuck! I have to look up the quote. Oh god, this is so embarrassing. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Hang on. No one tell me. No one tell me. Please don't tell me, guys. Please, I'm dead serious. Don't do it. I'm literally not looking at chat. No. It was said that you would destroy the art commentary community, not join them. Oh, sorry. Okay. I fucked it up real bad, guys. I fucked it up. We'll do better later. Sorry. That's so embarrassing. Oh, how sad. How sad. Time to smoke and cry. Alright, guys. Enjoy your ADHD Minecraft videos. I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to smoke a cigarette and go to the bathroom. Make sure you like the stream, okay? Because if you haven't liked the stream, Mother is going to be very angry, kitten. And I will have to villain monologue about how you did not like the stream. Because I can see here, there are 39 likes on the video, and I see 123 people in here right now, okay? And there's 39 likes. That's unacceptable, okay? That is unacceptable. I expected better from you. You thought that you could just come into my stream and think that you could just be here without liking the video after everything that I've done for you? After I sit here and listen to Lio Convoy, and I listen to the things that Jar is saying, and I sit here solemnly with the power of Christ compelling me, and you can't even like the video. That's what I get for trusting other people. That's what I get for being open. That's what I get for being vulnerable with you all. Oh, fuck me. I accidentally played the parkour video. That's
Understand that
embarrassing.
your value is reciprocation, and to a point I get that. The favor should not be contractual. I never once said you owe me for anything I did for you, because that's not who I am.
I did feel like I owed you, though. I said, if I'm gonna when I make my video on Lio, I'm at least feeling bad about it, because I was going to.
Jar, it was a
Can
video.
I actually tell you one of the main reasons why I actually got into drama content?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because I know
Oh,
I
more
was
piano
doing
music.
something wrong. Like, I was messing up some way when it came to people, and I was hoping through drama content I would have it pointed out to me. And it took a long time, but I think it's finally happening. Like, I finally.
Jar, you've had this behavioral problem pointed out to you so many times, man.
So many people tried to help you.
Don't do this, don't do that. Here's how this looks. Here's how this helps other people. Jar,
I've tried.
You gave me lip service, but you didn't listen. Man. And that's the main crux of the problem. You have gotten so large to the point to where it's affecting your ego, and you think...
Sergio Campos, Sir, donatet $2 truc superchat. But what about the dishwasher fan?
Okay, fine. The $2 from Sergio can go to the dishwasher. Fine. Fine. I will allow. God.
If somebody isn't my size or larger, I shouldn't have to listen to them. A wise man takes joy in rebuke. A fool closes his ears to it.
Oh my god. He's so cringe. Please.
I've listened to you, though, not permanently, but I've listened.
Not
to
permanently.
Jar, if it's raining bullets outside, or somebody's taking shots, actual physical shots at you, and somebody tells you don't go outside, you'll get shot, but then that person who told you that dies or goes away, does that mean their advice to you somehow holds no merit now?
No.
What a great allegory. If there's somebody outside just shooting indiscriminately and someone says don't go outside, but that person magically dies, do you go outside? Checkmate. Liberal. Wow. Big brain ideas here. Big brain ideas, guys.
What you told me does hold merit.
You just didn't want to listen to it that I was gone. Which tells me that you didn't actually think about anything I told you.
I just didn't think about it enough, bitch.
Maybe you will now. I don't know. I don't know if you're...
Maybe you'll learn your lesson.
So here's the modicum, the crumb of advice I will give you at this point.
Here it is. Here
if
it
nothing
is.
else, I owe this to your girlfriend.
Here it is.
Who doesn't deserve this and all the nonsense going on here. Because I know people are trying to find her, Jar.
I know.
You better pray they don't.
I know. I don't want anything bad to happen to her.
Here's what you do. Number one, never, ever do a drama video.
Never.
Period.
Never.
Plan, dump it.
Never make another drama video, or kitten, or mother will be very angry. Oh my god, help me.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Stick to your media reviews. And only that.
Nothing
Quick
more.
Question. I do have one drama video
Question,
that is all
please.
finished. And I was thinking of just making
Okay, hang on. We're predictions. He's like, I have one really quick question, though. I already have one video ready to go. Lio's going to do like a... This is what I'm talking about. I offer you advice. I dig deep into my soul and look past your indiscretions and try to offer you advice, a hand to save you from the burning pits that the rich man once fell into, if you remember. Where did he go? And yet, you mock me. You insolent fool! You mock me! I give you my greatest advice. And yet, while you have my audience, you mock my attempts to humanize you. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is like a literal fucking, like, this is like a movie monologue. Amazing. Amazing.
get a Patreon exclusive. Do you think I should do that?
No. What's the topic?
Oh, fuck, I was way off. Oh, god damn it.
CMOS boss.
That's embarrassing.
Jar, that dude has no power.
Fuck,
His
that's so
channel,
embarrassing.
Screw him.
I know, it's just, he made multiple videos accusing me of being a pedo over an EDP short I've uploaded, which was a segment from the Spoctor video.
I'm aware.
I was ready
frankly,
for a monologue.
some of the things you said in other videos, Jar, like so dumb.
I got too
What
excited.
You said in that call with Cindy, like, why did you even do a video on Spoctor? Like, if you didn't think what Spoctor did was all that bad, why'd you even do a video on him?
Because,
Good question.
you heard what I said in my video. I was like, please don't run away. Just, talk about the situation around you, because, and I'm not saying what he did wasn't bad, I'm just saying we didn't have confirmation on it, and he just ran away, and I was like, oh my god, he could have defended himself. Why didn't he?
Because we did have confirmation, Jar. He admitted it in a call that was recorded without his knowledge, with friends who knew would back him up.
Yes, he admitted to having the drive, but we don't know if he held on to it or just forgot about it. We don't know the context around it.
I don't know anything about this.
Do you trust him to be honest?
No, that's why I brought that up in my video.
Well, thank you. That is irrelevant. Jar, you look at everything through the lens of whether or not they're going to remain as a content creator. Life isn't always about that. Smocker should be gone. And at this point, I wasn't months ago, so should Peaches. And no, you shouldn't upload that video to your patrons. I'm surprised you still have any right now, honestly.
Okay, Base. Who's cooking?
I haven't checked. Who knows? I probably don't have any, or maybe half of them are gone. I mean, look at Spoony One. He had so many that he still has some even to this day, because they just keep it on auto.
Well, since we're talking about failed content creators, now we're going to talk about Misanthropony.
Oh no.
You're aware
scared.
that I spent over a year working with him and trying to get him to stop being stupid, yes?
Yes.
Did I succeed?
If you guys wanted advice on how not to be stupid, would you take it from Lio Convoy, or would you maybe like look elsewhere? I don't know. I don't think I would want Lio Convoy's advice on that, but to each their own.
No.
Why didn't I succeed, Jar?
Because you...
Was it my fault?
No, it wasn't your fault. Why didn't you succeed?
Because you can't sit there and actually contain his stupidity. You cannot convince him to stop being unhinged. And Jar, you don't watch people the same way I have to. You don't actually make them your priority. You don't make them your responsibility.
You literally don't treat every single person that you meet on YouTube.com as your fucking blood brother, Jar. You don't care enough. You don't put enough effort into your online relationships. It's like, you... Literally, Jar's like, I can't sleep at night because of fucking YouTube drama. Okay, bitch. The advice to that is to log off. It's not to be more fucking parasocially attached to random fucking people that you meet on the internet. Oh my god, bro.
I can almost guarantee you he is currently being unhinged in somebody's DMs, wishing that the mob guns them down in the streets because this person lied about me, this person was mean about me. And frankly,
God, I hope the mob gets me.
And when people came to me saying, did you know Jar's doing this? You know what my response to that was, Jar?
What?
When it blows up in his face, he'll learn. Because it will. And on top of that, Jar, you cannot sit here and try to convince people that you're not transphobic or any of this other stuff when you let this moron upload a video called, seven something in the 7 Day Thems? Or Snow something in the 7 Day Thems? Like, are you out of your mind?
Snow White in the 7 Day Thems, that's hilarious. What are you talking about, Lio? I don't know what the context of this is, but if that's the title of a video, that's funny. Okay, don't take advice from Lio. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Let me look up the title. What was the title of it?
It was Snow something and the 7 Day Thems. It's on your community tab.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I love that.
I think it was Snow Tan in the 7 Day Thems. I've heard other people make that.
That's good.
I heard people make rape jokes all the time too. I hear people make Nazi jokes all the time too. You know what I don't do? I don't repeat them. And if I'm sitting here saying I find this thing repulsive and repugnant, I probably shouldn't be doing it. Because then what are my values? They're worthless. Air. Nothing. That's going to blow up in your face.
It's going to blow up in your face, bro.
Because everybody's tried helping him. I tried helping him. Sarah tried helping him.
Everyone and their mom
people
tried.
Make similar jokes about the movie, though.
Jar, they can, and that's their right to do so, but you need to recognize not every person can say every joke, even if you're talking about from a punchline perspective.
Okay, all I'm saying is that I give everybody permission to make the Snow White and the 7 Day Thems jokes. That's fucking funny. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is objectively a good joke, okay? Objectively. You are entitled to your wrong opinion. That's fucking hilarious, okay? Cis, trans, whatever, I don't care. That's a funny fucking joke, okay? If it's funny enough, you can say it, all right? I will allow.
Okay? Not everybody can. I don't know if this is a thing with you being on the spectrum, but no. If I sit here...
I don't know if you're too autistic to make jokes or not, Jar. I don't think that your autism allows you to make this joke. What is happening?
And I use the hard R N-word. I can't sit there and justify that even though I'm Hispanic by saying, well, the black people do it. What?
Let's listen to that again. What the fuck was this? What the fuck was that? Hang on, what?
Not everybody can. I don't know if this is a thing with you being on the spectrum, but no. If I sit here and I use the hard R N-word, I can't sit there and justify that even though I'm Hispanic by saying, well, the black people do it.
Okay, but this is not the same. Like, saying Snow White and the 7 They Thems is not saying a slur. If you said Snow White and the 7 T-slurs, okay, sure, like, probably that's, reserved for a select few people. But that's a funny fucking joke, dude. Come on. Come on. Is Lio the king of trans people now? Is Lio the king of trans people? Guys, is it the same thing as calling somebody the N-word with a hard R? Is that the same thing as saying they thems? Is that the same thing? I think the fact that you'll say one out loud but not the other one is pretty indicative that they're not the fucking same. I don't know, just a thought.
What? No!
I'm sorry.
You need to apologize to, Jar.
Jar, do not be sorry. That's a hilarious joke. You have the pass. I'm giving you the pass.
Remember, I don't think you need to apologize to anybody. I think you need to do one of two things. Actually change.
Actually,
Just
grow the
own
fuck
who you
up.
are, and stop pretending to be something else.
Yeah, own that you're so autistic that you can't make jokes, Jar. Come on.
I know.
Which one you do is up to you. But you trying to take on somebody like Misanthropy, somebody you know is divisive, somebody you know has done enough to where, Jar, I'm one of the dumbest people when it comes to giving people chances. You know this, you've seen this. I kicked him out of my spaces. I stopped communicating with him. I removed him from my life because he is that volatile. And you think you can handle him? Jar, you've had to come to me to handle this.
You think that you can handle him? When I gave up my Discord kittens for him, he took them from me. If I couldn't handle him, you are no match for him. He is a true sensei. He owns a Komodo, too. I can feel it. He has a Komodo. I know it.
Dispute between you and your roommate. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Well, it was one dispute, but yeah.
Twice. Because you tried to get me onto another one and I rejected it because I'm not getting that invested in your personal life. Because that's just weird. But my point is, Jar, if I couldn't handle it, and I'm the moron who was dumb enough to give some...
If Lio Convoy can't handle it, how can you, peasant? Autistic peasant.
person who was taking complete advantage of me, 8K, which, by the way, I know you told Akumu about before my video came out. Thanks, buddy. I dropped them. And you think you can handle them? Jar, you couldn't lead ants to a picnic.
Oh my god, chill! Those, like, boomer-esque insults hit the hardest. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, the most boomer phrase ever. It's like, that's a good one. You couldn't lead ants to a picnic. Ooh, cooked. When old people hit you with that kind of shit, dude, nothing hurts worse. When old people hit you with that, oh, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. The old man fucking mantras go so hard.
I think a lot of it, I think a lot of this has to do with my upbringing, and I will try to, actually, no, I don't know what I'm saying.
You're right, because
Hit him with the, listen here, buddy.
There's a certain point in time, Jar. You can't always sit there and say, my upbringing, my upbringing screwed me up too, Jar. It screwed me up to the point where I won't sit...
Oh no, we're trauma dumping. We're trauma dumping.
You need to hear this.
We're trauma dumping.
My upbringing taught me to make sure when I'm in a restaurant, to make sure my back is against the wall and I can see the exit.
Because I was in Desert Storm and so many people got blown up by IEDs in the fucking McDonald's in Iraq. Like, please, dude, this is so fucking cringe. Anytime that I'm in an airplane and I walk to my seat, I count off the number of steps that I take. That way, if the power goes out and the aircraft starts to fall, I know how many people I have to jump over to save myself from certain death. You don't know what struggle is, Jar. You don't know what it's like to be a warrior of God. I want to die.
Because I was raised by a Vietnam vet who had a level of paranoia.
What the fuck? Hang on. Whoa.
A restaurant to make sure my back is against the wall and I can see the exit. Because I was raised by a Vietnam vet who had a level of
I misheard. I thought he said that I got raped by a Vietnam vet, and I was like, you got raped by a Vietnam vet at a McDonald's? Okay. Trauma dump on me. I need to hear this one, Chief. What?
That makes yours look like a little girl worried their crush doesn't like her.
I've seen such real shit, Jar. You wouldn't believe the shit that I've seen. It would make your trauma look like a kid getting in trouble for stealing a candy bar from fucking Denny's. Oh my god.
Dead serious. Like, you're almost...
Dead serious, pussy.
I'm not gonna sit here and dog on you for a bad childhood, I get it. I have literally gone to bat for you. To the chagrin of my actual friends, and the chagrin of people who were around you, to explain, I know Jar was homeschooled, here's what he struggled with. I know he comes from an abusive home, I understand it, here's what he struggles with.
Yes, you were homeschooled, but was your grandpa a Vietnam veteran who was assassinated in a Walmart parking lot?
Susie told you to your face that
hang on, what's the thing where it's like, I'm gonna read this to you guys, hang on. Like, this copy pasta is Lio Convoy. This copy pasta, where it's like, where is it? Oh my god, I can get this on a t-shirt? Oh my god, I know what I'm spending my super chat money on. What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know, I graduated top of my class at the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare. I'm a top sniper in the entire U.S. Armed Forces. You are nothing to me, just another target. I will wipe you the fuck out with precision, the likes of which has never been seen on this earth. Mark my fucking words. Like, that's Lio Convoy wrote this copy pasta. He wrote that copy pasta. And by the way, you can get that copy pasta on a t-shirt. Didn't know that. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. Christmas is coming, guys.
I know. Running defense for you.
I know. I was actually just about to bring that up.
And then
Susie,
Susie. And, no, let me do something.
I thought I understood people. I really
How?
did.
You don't treat them like people. You don't actually talk to them unless you want something. That's not understanding people, Jar. And let me go ahead and make this clear to you. That dumb video you did about Susie, which frankly...
Yeah, that stupid fucking video.
Because it embarrasses you too.
Oof.
Not because, here's the thing, you were also in the FCK, and there's no way to prove you didn't see what was in there, Jar. You may have only made 2 posts, that doesn't mean you didn't see it. Secondly, there is a vast difference in terms of intent between a bunch of stupid adults who will not mind themselves around children, and doing what Key and Tippy did, knowing a person who was a friend of an actual child predator, an attempted rapist, was in spaces with children, feeding this person these children, and said nothing.
Feeding them
the
children.
Only reason we found out about the grooming that happened in the FCK is because victims came...
Hold on, you're telling me there's a grooming Discord server and with a Goldilocks fucking crossover, they're feeding the children to the pedophiles? That's it. Jesus Christ. Why are you even on the internet, dude? You should be like on the phone with the fucking FBI right now. There's a pedophile out there that is eating children. That's a big fucking deal, bro. Why are you on YouTube right now?
Came out because it didn't happen in the server, Jar. It was a dumb comparison. I don't know who you got it from, but you should have returned it before the dig was up.
You should have returned before the gig was up. Oh my god. I think that, I gotta be totally honest with you, like, to be in the presence of such a linguist, wow.
You have the audacity, and I know your excuse is gonna be, it was cheaper, to put up that asinine thumbnail? Are you kidding me?
Mr. Mollusk, go gadget rape discourse.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
You have been egregiously foolish. You
egregiously foolish.
You have consistently put your foot in your mouth, and I have been there, the idiot, trying to make people understand you because I thought there was something there. And there might still be, Jar.
There might still be something there, Jar.
But you have made a fool of yourself, a spectacle of your platform.
You might be worthy of redemption, Jar. Everyone is, but I can't keep giving when I don't get anything back. Now it's homoerotic. The pacing in this video is insane, bro. This goes so fucking hard.
As insane as some of your fans can be, oh god, you better hope they don't.
You better fucking hope so.
Just gonna say that right now.
Yeah, you better hope.
Be my fans doing this, but yeah.
You better hope they don't cross Lio.
Killed John Lennon?
John, I actually don't know.
He was a hardcore fan of John Lennon right before he did it.
Now Lyle Convy is scared that he's gonna get assassinated like John Lennon. But the good news is if he faces the exit at every restaurant he ever goes to, he wouldn't get assassinated. What the fuck, dude?
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know the tragic... Have you heard the tragedy of John Lennon the Wise?
Who was the person who killed Selena? Ran her fan club! Killed her.
Well, I'm not as big as those
Not Selena, bro! Leave her alone!
people. I'm not John Lemon big.
Jar, it's not a matter of your size, Jar. It's a matter of their insanity. It's a matter of their inability to not act right. What I'm getting at, Jar...
They're gonna come and kill Lio Convoy like they killed John Lennon. Somebody's gonna read fucking Helter Skelter and be like, no, it wasn't Helter Skelter. What was it? It was, Catcher in the Rye. Somebody's gonna read Catcher in the Rye and come and fucking kill Lio Convoy in real life. Oh my god, this man is insane.
Is you do not sit there and actually think through the...
No, bro, he did say John Lemon. My favorite Beatle, John Lemon.
impact of your stuff.
I know. That's,
you know,
I'm trying. I've actually... I know this is going to sound surprising. I've actually gotten better.
I'm not going to deny that, Jar. You have gotten
You just
better,
haven't gotten
but
good enough.
This is an absolute dumpster fire of your own creation by your own hubris because you thought a larger creator...
Your hubris. Your hubris.
When you tried or thought about doing a video defending Kai Weiss, there are better people to help.
I know, but...
You can't help everyone, Jar. When will you realize? When will you realize you're only one man, Jar? There's only so much that you could do to help those that are beneath us. Jar, you're but one man.
I should say this. I did also defend Mari during the Mari and Cal drama, and Mari was not a big creator, and I was going up against Izzy and Prisonmate Luke. Like...
Oh my god, not Izzy. I don't know who the fuck these people are. Huh? Not Izzy, bro.
I filed a lot of reports against predators. I have messed with people to get them offline, directly in call because they were harassing people. It does not remove what I did to Rosa.
I know. What I'm just trying to say is, people, you're painting this as I always do it, as a stepping stone. There was nothing to gain by helping Mari, aside from making fun of Prisonmate Luke a little more. But like, there was other videos, like his video on Minilad that I could... Wait, was it Minilad? No, it wasn't Minilad. It was, I forgot what the creator,
I don't know any of this lore.
Creator, and I could have gone over that.
I don't know any of these bitches.
It was kind of long ago.
Jar, the point is, even if that is an outlier, you still have a pattern of behavior that you need to have actually addressed. Not given lip service to, not feigning about.
Is the piano getting louder?
Address. Right now,
the piano's getting louder.
You need to take the fact that you are going to be a laughingstock. Because here's the thing, I know you wanted to make good with a lot of these people. I know you wanted to,
Why is the piano getting louder?
These people don't care about you. Every single commentary person sitting here laughing at you, they couldn't care less if you die tomorrow. Genuinely. In fact, they'd probably stream about it and make fun of you for doing it.
Literally, they would probably John Lennon your ass if they could, Jar. Do you... What happened to John Lennon, Jar? Do you want that to happen to you?
Gotta be blunt, because you need that.
Be blunt. Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna get John Lennon.
Take your weapons. Take your weapons. Take everything.
Take your whooping.
I haven't fought back yet. I mean,
I'm not.
like,
No, I'm being direct here. Like, I'm getting.
I'm not gonna end up like Roblox.
I don't care about Roblox. I don't. And I know what you're saying, but you can't also.
It's so sad because Jar can only understand his misdeeds and missteps in the context of other drama. He's like, Lio is like on the money every single time with these like fucking comparisons and allegories and John Lennon and shit, because it's the only prism in which Jar can understand his fuck ups. He's like, I don't understand why I keep getting in trouble. And he's like, well, you keep sweeping for people who don't deserve it. And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, okay, allow me to rephrase. You know how Bo Blacks always gets in trouble for covering for people who don't deserve... Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're Bo Blacks in this situation. That's the only way that he can understand any of this. And it's so funny. It's so funny to me.
Also coach everything in what happened to other people. Because, Jar, you were thoroughly convinced in your video that you were going to come out on top because you had a feeling about the Peaches, you had a feeling about the Spotter, and look at you now. Jar, those aged so doggone poorly. It just took a matter of time before people found out what these people were. Peaches didn't turn evil after your video on her. She already was. She just didn't have somebody she could exploit to the way she did me.
The ultimate victim.
You don't even have a clue of everything.
S'ha donatet $5 through Superchat. Ja és way more autistic than a sons anti-side is as an autistic person.
Thank you for the $5, Sai. We're all in good company here. The Autism Avengers have united. We're here for this.
I went through. You didn't even ask.
Well, I did watch your video.
Jar, do you think I put everything in that video?
Yeah, Jar, you fucking
With how
idiot.
long that video was, kind of.
You really think I fit 2 years worth of abuse in that video?
Well, not fully 2 years. I mean, you did tell me some stuff, like how you spent... Huh?
I told you some things, Jar. A friend asks and tries to understand. I have had some people...
The piano's getting louder.
You think is terrible.
You guys, the piano's getting louder. I'm not crazy, right? Like, we're crescendoing. We're crescendoing the drama. Hello? What the fuck? Hello?
For a while I did too, because of how some of them reacted to me initially when things started coming out. But I've had some people from that community that you hate so much actually ask about me and check in and see where I'm at in all this. But you, the guy I went to bat for, the guy I constantly defended everywhere.
I love the irony here that Lio was like, you shouldn't just like defend people because you expect them to defend you in the future. But Lio's doing like the ultimate manipulator riz where it's like, all the times that I defended you and then what? And then what? You're just not going to listen to me? You're not going to trust that I'm an empath? You're not going to trust that my grandpa was 360 no-scoped in the parking lot of a Wendy's? Like, you, after all that I've done for you, this is how you're going to treat me, not take my advice? After he has just gone on and on and on and on about like, you shouldn't expect blind loyalty from people on the internet unless it's for me. Okay, based.
Even trying to intercept other creators messing with you for your benefit. Because I cared about you, you didn't.
I cared about you. You were my brother, Anakin.
And you did the next day, to your credit, but in the messages, when Peaches pulled their stunt, I literally told you, kinda wanna die.
I don't want to die.
Think that was indicative of anything? Because I was supposed to.
You don't think that I meant it? You didn't respond to my suicide bait. Hello? Hello? You didn't answer. You didn't answer. I said that I wanted to die. Hello? Okay. Okay, Queen.
Be your friend. I thought I was. Clearly not. Clearly I'm just a tool to be used whenever you get in hot water.
The piano was getting so much louder. Clearly I didn't mean anything to you. Obviously I was just another pawn in your sick game. Like, this is getting homoerotic now. Now it's homoerotic.
I've had to learn a lot of things the past few months, Jar. One of which I somehow...
I tried, though.
Did you?
I tried when it came to
I really wanted to be there for you.
and Kai to get you to sit down, and I was going to be the middleman with you two, and I was with Akumu, and...
I don't care about being a middleman is not the same thing as being a friend, Jar.
It's getting so loud, you guys!
I think it was being a friend, because you've done I told you, you've done it for me so many times, I wanted to do the same for you.
Jar,
It's
I've
crescendoing.
done a lot of other things for you, too. You need to figure out what a friend actually is, because you actually don't know. And I don't know whether or not...
You don't know how to be a friend to me.
But what I have learned about myself in the past several months is that I
learned
am
a lot.
somehow both a dickhead sometimes, but also a complete doormat, and that I will absolutely be a people pleaser.
It's just so hard for me to be such a good person. And I've learned that outside of all the criticisms and all the harsh things people have said to me, called me out on, I've learned, Jar, that I have a heart of gold. And that makes me susceptible to people like you. Takers. People that think I'd do anything for them when they wouldn't do the same for me. Did Mike Flanagan direct this fucking video? Hello?
Pleaser, and I need to figure out where that balance is in my life. Here's what you need to do. You need to get that stupid first draft together, and out of curiosity, you don't have to do this one, but I'm just curious. Send your script about...
S'ha donatet $2 truc superchat. I Bishik knew where to keep you. Ja.
After all these times of trying and failing, I finally learned when to walk away. But most of all, Jar, I wish that I could walk away from you. Oh my god, fuck! Kill me.
Me, because I'm curious what you say. And you need to hard think, and I really think you just need to send me that Cindy call. Because if nothing else, I can at least tell people whether or not the accusations are accurate, because they will at least listen to what I'm saying at this point.
Anyway, send me all your drama so I can get the clout. Let's go, Leo, going for the kill!
What are the accusations I hit on her?
That you hit on her, that you flirted with her. You coming out saying no you didn't doesn't mean anything, Jar.
You were trying to
Your
fuck
girlfriend's
Jar.
not about to come out
Everybody
and
knows.
say it either. She doesn't need to.
It's because she goes to a different school. She wouldn't know anything about this. You guys wouldn't know her. You wouldn't know her. She goes to another school. You wouldn't have met her. No. No, I know that your brother goes to that school, but he wouldn't know her either. She just transferred. She's new. She's a new student. Yeah, you guys wouldn't know my girlfriend. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah.
And you need to talk to Kumo, and you need to talk to Beckett.
Wait, who's Beckett? Copen Steve.
Yes,
That guy.
that guy.
Took me a second. Yeah.
I'll give you his Discord.
I'm excited for this Beckett call because I had no idea that Beckett and Lio were like fucking homies. I never would have seen that one coming. That was certainly news to me. So I am excited to see how this turns out. Is that dropping tomorrow? I think somebody said earlier that was dropping tomorrow. Please confirm or deny because that is what I will be indulging in tomorrow. Yeehaw.
Court handle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can be angry at Kumo for leaking your video if you want. Frankly, I think that, like, whatever issue I might have with that initial thing aside, that video made me so mad. I'm not even going to sit here and hold that against him. You will. You do what you want. I'm not going to.
You're free to make your own choices.
That is, in fact, his screen name. Send him a friend request. Figure a time to talk. Whether it's publicly or privately, that's between you two. But I need to make one thing very clear here, Jar.
Make it clear.
Very clear.
Make it clear.
Go ahead.
I just want to make it clear. That was a draft of the video, not the final video. That's why I'm going to send
Oh my god, you interrupted him. He was in the middle of cooking. Let him lay out his fucking monologue.
another draft. It was... I really thought I had something, and
Okay, let me make this clear then. You heard about my first draft getting leaked about my response, right? Of course you did.
Yes.
When that got leaked, did I just magically put out a poorly edited video with the exact same stuff in that, or did I do a completely different video at the end of it because that was just a rough draft?
I panicked.
Yeah, that doesn't change the fact, because I asked you when this call began, the final video, was it going to be essentially the same? And you said yes.
No, I said if no one told me there was an issue with it. And here's the thing. I highly doubt once my roommate came home, because I'm dyslexic, and we went through the logs very carefully. I highly doubted that would happen. And
Sorry, you already said that both your girlfriend and your roommate told you not to upload that video.
they told me that as in they don't want to see me go through something like fight for so long again.
Okay.
But maybe they meant something else, and I didn't pick up on it.
Either way,
I don't
when your
know.
partner says, please don't do this, what do you think that communicates, Jar? Means please don't
I
do
shouldn't
it.
do it.
And frankly, if you had actually had the intelligence to come to me, my response to you would have been, don't touch it. It's freaking
9 a.m. EST? Like, today or tomorrow? Babu, that doesn't... At 9 a.m. EST. Tomorrow? 9 a.m. in the morning? Tomorrow? 9 a.m. EST. What the... I'm not getting up that early for that. What?
radioactive.
Radioactive.
Because here's the thing I will give Kumo. I think Kumo came at this honestly with good intentions. He may have screwed up, he may have gotten played, but you know what? He's taking his L and he's learning from it. Because unfortunately, like me, he has a bad habit. Well, actually, it's not him. That's not his fault. But because he's high in empathy in ways you wouldn't expect, people can dig
He's
with
high
him.
in empathy.
And he'll learn from it.
Again, you guys, I mean it with my entire fucking heart. These bitches that are like, I'm just too empathetic. I'm just too much of a people pleaser. I'm just too caring. I'm just too in touch with my emotions. I'm just too giving to others. Run like the fucking wind. Those are the least empathetic people you'll ever meet in your entire life, okay? That is what the kids like to call manipulator Riz, okay? These bitches are not empathetic. These bitches are not empaths. These bitches are master manipulators, okay? Be very careful of people that are like, I'm empathetic, I'm an empath. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're a Machiavellian fucking evil spawn. That's what you are, okay?
He's young. He knew when to cut that cord. You didn't.
Cut the cord. I love that killer song. Cut the cord. Are we human? Or are we dancer? Is that girl you like on Twitter a pedo or not? I tried to freestyle. Sorry.
This
I know.
is. I hope you do.
I hope
This is
that
by
you
far the
do.
stupidest thing I've ever done.
I hope that you make better
I
choices.
can absolutely attest to that in terms of your video
Yes.
content. Absolutely. And you're going to get backlash for it. Now,
I know, and I know it's gonna get worse. Like it already.
you told me when I was dealing with my stuff what Tricky Tom did with the pyrocynical stuff. He got a whole bunch of content together and he just started unloading it at decent intervals where he just couldn't get ratioed on it. Take your own advice.
I know that's what I planned.
No, this is the worst advice. Don't tell him to crank out more content. Don't tell him to do that. Oh my god. Even when he's trying to be like Papa Lio, his advice is dog shit. No, dude, log off. Take like literally, I would say a month. I would take like a month and I would fuck off and I would think about what you want to say. I would take your time. I would check in with people in your immediate circle in real life if there's anybody in Jar's circle in real life, which I am highly suspect of. Like, literally, the last thing that you want to do is bury your fucking face in this, let it consume you, try to coat post through it, have it slingshot right back in your fucking face, and then just keep going? That's terrible fucking advice. That is terrible fucking advice. What? Lio.
Just reinvent myself like Kraut.
I figure out what you're going to do.
I know. I'm
Here's where I have to get off.
okay.
Until in the future, not soon, in the future, you have proven that you're not going to be what you have been for the past few years. Unless an emergency happens, you and I aren't going to be talking.
I'm sorry, but you've lost access to the Senate based on your behavior. In a few months, the council will reconvene to decide your permanent fate. You must show strength, passion, empathy, and above all else, godliness in order to gain access back to the Senate. Like, what a threat. I can't talk to you anymore. Oh, thank God. Okay, next. Like, fuck. They broke up.
I can't let people continue to use me, and I can't continue to have you in my life if you pull stunts like this out of freaking nowhere because you thought you'd have somebody on your side. That's not acceptable, and that's not okay. I am putting that barrier up now. I've been there for you. I've done it for years now. You didn't even have the decency to come to me about this because I was, and I quote, canceled, which means somehow my information means nothing. That is not treating me like a friend, Jar. That's treating me like an asset, and I do not appreciate it.
Set those boundaries, King.
And you're not saying you like peaches.
Set those
I'm not saying you like
boundaries.
peaches. I'll be clear.
Okay.
I'm just saying I dealt with something like that. I don't want to do it again.
Set those boundaries, King. Stay true to yourself. Do what you need to do.
I just thought, after seeing all the videos on you, that maybe you, after seeing all the videos on you,
Jar,
I just thought
you just thought what?
maybe you were
You just thought
maybe you
what?
weren't a guy to go to for
This is
advice anymore.
literally
It
from a
was
drama
so much,
movie.
And I was going to say certain things, like I don't think he's lying about a lot of this. I think he's just misinformed.
Jar, if a plumber gets fired, does that mean they don't know how to set a toilet anymore?
I was getting kind of emotional because they're like breaking up, you know, like and Lio is like setting his boundaries and he's holding his friend in air quotes accountable. He's really being vulnerable and honest right now. And then he had to say some fucking gay shit about a plumber setting a toilet. Nice job, Lio. You sucked all of the empathy out of my body and fuck you.
Well, if he got fired for failing to set toilets right, then I guess.
See, look at where we are now.
"Quote unquote" canceled because I didn't take
Look at what you did.
advice. I got canceled because I made some really stupid decisions.
Killed the vibe.
Fueled by whatever you can say, whatever makes you feel better about the decision. I made bad decisions. Difference is I ate them, I owned them, and they're not things I'm ever going to repeat again. Especially now that I'm on medication and trying still to be a therapist.
I'm glad that now he's medicated.
Seem to find one yet, but I will eventually. I'm not going to stop trying.
I'm never gonna give up.
That doesn't magically mean.
That's one thing that people can say. They can call me whatever they want. They can say whatever they want about me, but they can never say that I'm someone who gives up, Jar. And that's why it's so hard for me to give up on you. To give up on us.
The information and experience I have somehow doesn't exist. Because again, Beckett was one of the people who was doing streams about me and talking trash about me. Even he came to me asking my opinion on this stuff. Even he did. And you know what I told him? It's freaking radioactive. Don't touch it.
I told him.
Wait, your situation was
him.
radioactive, don't touch it?
No, when he came to me about the city stuff.
Oh.
No, Jar, you fucking idiot. Let him do his anime villain monologue. You have to keep up. You're killing the vibe. Both of you guys suck at this.
Okay. I
thought it would be different.
Just, you know, I've also been used before, and you know, yes, I've been used before too, and I have a hard time understanding people because just everything.
Then you need to not only go to therapy, you need to start doing some social events in your city, and there's plenty of them. In fact, since you like
Go to some
tinkering with
social
stuff,
events.
Me and my roommate have been planning to go to certain more social events. I used to go to a bar every Saturday or Sunday, but financial problems started happening, so we stopped going. And I think it would have been good if I kept on going. And
Yes, but at the same time, Jar, you also need to socialize with people who are a little bit more like you, and nerds are like you. And is filled with nerds.
I know,
and that means when you trip up socially, they're also going to be a lot more accepting of it and not trying to tear you to pieces. You dig up too hard at a bar, you wind up with your face through glass.
You wind up with your face through glass. I would know. You wouldn't believe the shit that I've seen. Oh my god. Lio Convoy is someone who has never been in a fight in his entire life. Lio Convoy has never been in a fight, and I will bet my fucking life on that. Lio Convoy has never been in a physical altercation before. That is cap. That is fucking cap, bro.
My roommate has been trying to drag me into social events now that he has his good job, and you know I think I'll take him up on that offer, but I'm just afraid I might ruin his friendships because
then don't go to specifically his friends. Find your own friends in your own friend group. You can explore that. You need time offline, Jar, because the online stuff is so deep rooted in your skull that you can't get it out. I could shut off things and walk away. You can't.
You're just not built like
literally,
me.
I have been doing that. I haven't checked Twitter. I've been on an alt YouTube account when I watch stuff.
Good.
And I haven't been rushing my apology video. I've been just slowly working on it bit by bit because I don't want it to sound like I'm just apologizing for the sake of apologizing.
Well, I mean, you are.
I know I fucked up.
You need time. Time offline, time in social situations, all of that.
And unfortunately, Jar, I can't give that time to you. That's something that you have to do on your own.
I think you're right.
I know I'm right. I've seen this.
I knew it. I knew I'm right.
Immediately back
I
into
know that
drama.
I'm right.
I made some dumb calls. Not going to deny that. Made some real dumb calls. Shouldn't have done that. But not being in that jar, not being in that paranoid headspace, not having to deal with a bunch of deranged nonsense every day has helped me a lot. In fact, this call with you is the most heated I've been in a call in months.
Oh,
my channel right now putting out daily reviews.
It's because he's so
games.
passionate.
It's a lot of fun, and people are watching them and enjoying them.
He's just a passionate king.
I know.
He just cares about you,
Do
Jar.
something with yourself. Actually, something with yourself.
Do something with your life, Jar. Chase your dreams.
Take your whips.
Yes.
Deal with things that are going to come at you, because they will. Because that's just how reality works online.
Take your whips.
And then...
Is he saying take your licks, like getting a lick in, or is he saying like whips, like he's getting whipped? Because I can't tell.
You need to do if you survive it.
If you survive it. You're not built like me.
But talk to the people I told you to.
Do as I say, kitten.
I do need to make my apology video and gather evidence and everything.
I am going to be on record strongly advising against it.
The only good advice that we've had.
I think that your apology right now is going to look extremely disingenuous.
Yep.
I think people are going to look at it and they're just going to mock you for it. They're not going to take it seriously. They're going to see it as Jar got blown out, so now Jar's apologizing. This isn't he got caught. I promise you. That's
He's right.
Reception.
Love or hate him, he's right.
But you do what you feel you need to.
I know.
I'm not going to bail you out any further.
Okay. I don't blame you.
Set your boundaries, King.
I mostly want to
live your truth.
Because, like, I want people to know that how I messed up, what my thought process was.
No one cares.
And,
no one cares.
So I'm going to wrap up.
But
yeah, wrap it up.
Wait, can I just?
Go ahead.
I just want to say that I just
enough yapping.
Like what Cindy was going through was something similar to what I went through, and that was the main thing that lapsed in my.
You got to be really mindful when you're doing this, Jar, because what you went through wasn't what City went through, because City is getting fucking canceled for being a child groomer and pedophile, okay? So you can't be like, I know where she's coming from. Do you? Is there something that you would like to tell the class? Like, what the fuck are you... This guy should not have access to the internet. This guy has a chronic case of foot-in-mouth syndrome. Like... somebody take this man's internet away. Like, Jesus Christ, you can't be like, oh, I've just been in a similar situation. A similar situation to what? To what, Jar?
My judgment, but I think it would be good if whatever false information I spread about the City situation I could correct in my apology video and just go over some of the new stuff too. Because some people were convinced by my video, and I would like to set the record straight.
I do not know how in the depth of your ignorance you could look at the stuff that happened with City and think this is like my situation. Nothing was fabricated against City. Have some of the things that happened been kind of sus, handled very poorly? Absolutely. But you're also dealing with people who are genuinely online without any actual social skills and treat everything like it's gossip. Like, you can sit here and...
Coming from Lio Convoy. Everyone here is terminally online. The call is coming from inside of the house, Lio.
You can internally think about that, but there are sometimes you have to keep things inside and some things you have to keep outside. I don't know how you look at a person who is in their 20s literally sending a 14-year-old pornography and talking about their kinks and said, I need to defend this person. What were you thinking? I don't need to know because we're going to get back into a tangent. Jar, dumb. Very dumb. They're always
very dumb. I agree.
So I'm going to just recap this and make this very clear. Here's what I need from you.
Okay. Here's what you need to do.
I would like the first draft. I would like you to pass
Oh my god, imagine having, like, this much control over the host. Like, Jesus Christ, I need you to do this, this, and this. And they're like, yes, yes, Beyonce, anything for you, Beyonce.
me the unedited call between you and Cindy. I would, out of my own curiosity, you ain't got to do this one. I'm curious about your video on me if you want to pass me the script, and you need to talk to Kumo.
Oh my god, what a little worm. And then I also need you to send me the video that you were going to do on me. Oh my god.
You need to talk to Beckett, and for the love of God, don't platform this anthropony if you have a brain. That man needs to live in reality.
You
for a
fucking
good long
idiot.
time.
You stupid bitch.
Get your
Jar.
priorities right. Because I'm not going to bail you out anymore.
I know.
He's done. You're
I'm not
breaking
gonna
up.
block you. I'm not going to do any of that, but unless an emergency of some sort comes up, and there is no one else you can turn to, I'm done.
Well, I want you to know I'm not suicidal over this. Like, I feel bad, but I'm not suicidal over this.
Look, if you are, your girlfriend will handle it. Okay? I get that. I'm talking about if something is turning out.
I'm sorry. It's a serious topic. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying the communication's open, but I'm not going to bail you out of nothing. I'm not going to run to your rescue. You make your own bed, you start laying in them. I think I've done enough to help you, frankly.
I think you did as
Speak
well.
your truth.
I'm going to, I'm probably just going to go for a drive and think things over. If your call got corrupted in any way, hit me up, and I'll send you my call.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Jar.
All right.
Goodbye,
Have
Jar.
a good day.
Goodbye.
And that was the call. You can draw whatever conclusions you feel you need to from it. I want to also take note of something Jar said in his unedited call with Cindy, though.
But yeah, like Lio, I'm going to have to talk to him too because I want to get his thoughts on.
He just can't help himself. He can't help himself. You gotta kick the dog while he's down. You're gonna fucking dog on him for shit that he said about you too? Oh my god, slay.
A few things, but like,
Oh yeah, he's like, I fucking saw he made like a post saying, hey, I heard that Cindy was scamming people. If you didn't get your commission, I'll draw something for you. And it's like, what? Who fucking wants that?
yeah, it's like Lio, you're not as beloved as you used to be.
Oh! This guy is such a fucking little spineless little snake just slithering around on his little belly. Jesus Christ! He's in here like, oh, Daddy Lio, like, I want your feedback. Daddy Lio, tell me what to do. And then in a call behind his back, he's like, Lio fucking sucks. Oh my god. This is like an episode of fucking Real World. This is crazy, dude. This is nuts.
I paid for Cindy Barrow 3 art and I got Lyle Convoy art.
Yeah, he did thumbnails for me and it did not go well. But to be fair, that wasn't a very good video of mine. I was just going.
Oh shit.
Gee, thanks. I didn't make that offer because I thought I was beloved. I did it because I didn't want people to think they'd get nothing from money they gave to somebody.
Oh my god,
I was trying to help them in any way I
bro.
felt I could. Writing that as well as my art itself was uncalled for and hurtful. My art may not be the best in the world, but all I was trying to do was help people. It is.
Oh my god.
For people here who may be skeptical of all this and think this is some attempt
He
for me
snaked
to come back
him.
into a space and talk about drama of this nature, no. I might eventually, but not right now. I don't know when or if I will. But if I do, my focus will remain where I've always intended
Holy
it to be,
shit,
to help
dude.
people. Not to do backroom politics and clandestine behavior that I've done in the past. Both Peaches and Jar further normalized and enabled to me. I'm tired of being a cudgel for cruel people who just want to use my reputation or sternness as a weapon, taking advantage of the fact that I want to help and twisting it into just a tool to hurt or intimidate other people. And
God
I mean
damn.
that, by the way. I've recently discovered that Jar would sometimes use me to threaten other people behind the scenes directly. While I don't mind the right kind of people being afraid of me, that's not who these people were. As I said at the beginning, Jar used me as a mediator for multiple calls. I haven't had the chance to go over those calls, but I feel I need to. I'm hoping those creators didn't feel the need to patch things up with Jar just because I was someone they respected or didn't want to cross. If
I
that
don't know
was the
if
case,
anybody
I'd like to
respects
apologize
you.
to those people. I'd like to do it directly as well, but I don't know who all is even willing to speak to me at this point. I can only hope and pray that
Probably
my
very
closeness to
few.
Jar didn't stop people he truly hurt from coming forward. That would devastate me. I never want to be in the hindrance to
Devastated.
someone coming forward with a real issue. I've made my server a safe and comfortable place for people to speak
Oh,
about how they feel
I'm
about
sure you
Jar and how
have.
he's affected them. You're welcome to join if you want. I've had several people tell
Yeah, guys, feel free to join my Discord server where I scream at 15-year-olds and dox them. Cool. Base.
me I need to be more open with my feelings on things. Well, other than anger, at
More
least.
often.
That may be what people know me for the most, but it's not the entirety of my being, and I'm discovering more and more where the anger I have is coming from, and I'm working to control it to be more
Live your
reasonable.
truth.
That's why, despite my sternness in the call and my slightly raised voice, I never yelled at him in the way I would have a year or two ago. It's not an indication that I'm not angry with him,
Slay.
that I'm learning better ways to express that anger without devolving into screaming at someone. I should raise the quality of the words in my arguments, not my voice. I know that was a lot to go into,
That's
but I'm doing
deep.
so in order to fully express why
That's
I'm about to say what I
deep.
am. Jar's friendship with me was one-sided, and only in the sense of if he needed something. This is unfortunately a pattern of behavior for Jar and other people when it comes to me.
Shame.
I always want to help people because I know what it's like to have no one in your corner, so I figured while I'm still alive, I can at least do that much.
Yeah, while you're still
Sometimes
here,
to my own
true.
detriment. The transactional nature of friendships with people like Jar, Peaches, and others has done little more than wear me out emotionally, physically, and mentally.
It's hard.
And I'm not going to lie, it's hurtful. With all
Yeah?
the stuff I've done for Jar, he was never actually there for me. It was a friendship built on what I could give to someone else, and nothing more. To be clear, I don't see friendship as transactional myself. I do things for people because it's the right thing to do. But when the person you think you're friends with doesn't even do the bare minimum and check in on you when things are rough, or only waits until all the things have been said to pick sides with no loyalty or care, then that's not really a friend. Jar's actions in this situation and many others aren't defendable, if any of them ever truly were. I'm hoping that unless something truly horrific comes out, that he learns some humility, finds a therapist, and changes. It's all any of us can really hope for. Some of you are probably going to ask what I think about Kumo's actions in all of this. While I think Kumo's decisions weren't really the best, I think his intent was far...
Weissenberg donatet $2 through super chat. Leave it to Liu to make it about himself.
Thank you for the $2. Very based and true. It wouldn't be a Lio Convoy video without like the main character derangement syndrome where everything is fucking about you. This drama is fucking nuts to me. I don't know how every single of like the worst person that you know from whatever community you're familiar with is somehow fucking involved in this. Somehow, Lio Convoy, Kumo, Cinebear, Jar, like fucking Beckett of Crab, Ched Logic, like literally everybody is involved in this, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy. Lio Convoy is fucking cringe. Jar is a fucking snake, dude. Not only is he, you know, a pedo defender, pedo simp, and what have you, he's a fucking snake, dude. Oh my god. Imagine like crawling on your hands and knees for like the validation from Lio Convoy of everybody. And then you're snaking him behind his fucking back talking shit about him when this is literally the only help that you can get. This is like your one phone a friend and you're talking shit about him behind his back in a fucking call. That's like, feel how you want about Lio Convoy. I fucking hate Lio Convoy. Like, no love for me. But like, one, he was fucking cooking, okay? He's not wrong about Jar being a snake and a weasel and just a fucking idiot in this entire situation. Lio's not wrong. But also, like, Lio is convoluted, cringe, gay, and probably fake it is. He probably like wanted to kind of like help out a little bit and be like, dude, I've seen you do like this self-destructive spiral of like helping people that don't deserve it for a long time. And so like, I'm trying to like talk some sense into you and like try and get you to get your shit together. I don't want to be your friend if you're going to, you know, just keep coming to me when you need shit, which I think is fair, albeit cringe and poorly delivered. And then to find out after he has this fucking call with Jar, he's like behind his back talking shit about him after he was just like sucking his dick. Like, oh, Lio, you're such a good person. You handle all this stuff so well. And then just literally snaking him. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god, this is nuts. I can't wait for that Beckett call, dude. That's gonna be good. Ooh, juicy, delicious drama.